pre-traced and all paint and supplies are provided. Call 575-513-0143 or 575-703-8223. Eddy County has officially transitioned to its new website and email domain, eddycountynm.gov. Existing website links and email addresses will continue to forward for the next several months, ensuring a smooth transition. The move enhances security, strengthens public trust, eddycountynm.gov. To have your event listed on the KSVP community calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
This is KSVP and K229 AS Artesia.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Several states are holding primaries today.
Voters going to the polls today in Florida, Wyoming, and Alaska. Races to watch in Florida include the 20th Congressional District, where incumbent Debbie Wasserman Schultz is running against 4 other Democrats, including Democrat Socialist Elijah Manley, who is anti-ICE. In District 25, DSA-backed candidate Oliver Larkin, who is also anti-ICE, is challenging incumbent Congressman Democrat Jared Moskowitz. Now, as for the governor's race, Republican Congressman Byron Donalds is looking to secure the nomination. He is likely to face Democrat David Jolly in November. Ron DeSantis is term limited.
Correspondent Laura Winters. Another ship has been targeted in the Strait of Hormuz. The vessel was hit by some sort of projectile.
There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the Tuesday morning attack, reported by the British military's UK Maritime Trade Operations Centre. With negotiations between the US and Iran stalled, Iran has been holding separate talks with Oman on a plan to manage ships transiting the strait. President Donald Trump said that the U.S. would bomb Oman if it gets in the way. Iran effectively closed the strait after Israel and the U.S. attacked the country on February the 28th. Roughly 1/5 of the world's traded oil supplies passed through the strait before the war. I'm Karen Shamma.
Child safety and privacy are at the heart of a lawsuit against Facebook and Instagram's parent Meta. 4 states seek extensive damages, and the trial gets underway today with opening arguments. California and Colorado, Kentucky, and New Jersey are also demanding changes in the way the company operates its popular online platforms. On Wall Street, ahead of this morning's opening bell, the Dow futures are down 55 points, while the NASDAQ futures are off 386 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
When I was feeling the stress of too much credit card debt, I looked at 2 different options, debt settlement and debt management. They may sound the same, but guess what? They're not. Debt settlement seemed like a quick fix, but I found out it would destroy my credit, create tax headaches, and hit me with huge fees. They actually told me to stop paying my bills. No way, not me. Then I turned to a debt management plan developed by the team at Trinity. They worked with my creditors, lowered my payments, reduced my interest, saved me thousands, and paid off my debt. And Trinity is a Christian company, which is important to me.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement and remember Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-990-6976.
A marathon meeting between U.S. negotiator Jared Kushner and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu leaves the fate of the Gaza ceasefire unclear. Officials are signaling moderate optimism after the talks, but they offer no concrete commitment by Israel to the latest U.S. proposed plan. American negotiators appeared to acquiesce to Israeli demands that Hamas disarmament must come before any reconstruction in Gaza can begin. They did not publicly signal that Israel had made any commitments to withdraw its troops, and that is a major sticking point in this plan. Belgium is battling one of its largest wildfires despite cooler weather and a bit of rain. The blaze is moving closer to Germany and has burned roughly 12 square miles. Firefighters from several countries are assisting, but some areas remain inaccessible. In Greece, a fire near Athens' main airport was quickly controlled, and investigators are looking into a deadly fire on an island off Greece. News and analysis, townhall.com. Berkshire Hathaway is upping its stake in Google's parent company, Alphabet.
The company is also boosting its holdings in home builders, even as it continued to pare its stake in financial corporations and a number of other stocks in the second quarter. The company agreed in June to invest $10 billion in Alphabet. It expanded that stake to roughly 106 million shares worth about $37.76 billion as of June 30th. Berkshire also increased its investments in Delta Airlines and Macy's. Bob Agnew reporting.
President Trump has been promoting new data. It shows U.S. prescription drug prices fell 0.8% in July and are down 3.1% from a year ago. The administration is crediting most favored nation drug deals as well as the Trump RX website for the significant decline in prices. The relief is especially welcome given rising insurance premiums and out-of-pocket costs. More on these stories, townhall.com.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Longest-running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, a new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751.
Good morning, Artesia. It's Tuesday, August 18th. I'm your host, Scott Pettis. Glad to be back in studio with you guys. We got a great show lined up today. Here in the first hour, we'll be talking to Artesia General Hospital. Second hour belongs to the Chamber. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, stay tuned because we're going to be talking to, Carla Sontag. And then, of course, hear from Aaron what's going on with the economy. But before we get to all that, let's get this started off and let's check in on our weather, and we'll come back with our Bible study.
Meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have that upper level high pressure system over
I had a
Texas,
brain freeze. I'm not
and
going
that's
to the Bible
covering
study.
all of eastern New Mexico too. We're headed for about 100 on today's high and lots of sunshine. Overnight will be clear, lows near 70, and then we're in the low 100s for the high on Wednesday and Thursday. And we're expecting a lot of sunshine, getting pretty hot by Friday and through the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. I was wrong. We're going to do our calendars first and the weather. Today's weather report, hot, dry. At least it isn't windy, right? 100 up there in Hobbs, 101 in Roswell, 101 in Carlsbad, and Artesia as well. All right, let's jump into these calendars. Let's start off with Artesia Public Schools cafeteria menu. For breakfast, they get a breakfast sandwich, scrambled egg, cheese, fresh fruit juice, and a choice of milk. For lunch today is beef and green chili enchiladas, pinto beans, lettuce and tomatoes, orange wedges, and a choice of milk. All right, let's see. Over at the Artesia Senior Meal site today, having chicken fajitas with pinto beans, spinach, strawberry angel food cake, and you get 1 tablespoon of whipped topping. Only 1. Don't ask for extra. Just kidding. All right. At the senior center today, what's happening over there? 8:15 exercise video, 9 o'clock hand, knee, and foot, as well as pals. At 9:30, going to kick off line dancing. 10 o'clock is going to be fusing fun. 1 o'clock is ceramics and sewing. And then 1 o'clock is bridge. 2 o'clock poker today. All right, at the library today, from 2 to 6 is Dungeons and Dragons. At the Artesia Public Schools, what's going on over there? A lot. Junior varsity and varsity boys soccer versus Hobbs today, 4 and 6. Junior varsity and varsity girls soccer at Hobbs at 4 and 6. And then the junior high open house is from 6 to 7 p.m. and Yeso open house is from 6 to 7 p.m. Who's got a birthday? On August 18th, happy birthday to Vivian Freeberger, Mary Lou Stevenson, Maria Palmer, Mario Cifuentes, and Carlos Rodriguez. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles, and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Ready to launch your future? Southeast New Mexico College is your gateway to a better career, and it all starts this fall. Classes begin Wednesday, August 19th, so don't wait. Whether you're just starting out or leveling up, SENMC has the programs to get you there, like fire science, welding, criminal justice, nursing, engineering, and more. With flexible schedules and online options, your education fits your life. Find your direction at Southeast New Mexico College. Apply now at senmc.edu. That's senmc.edu.
At Artesia Ford Sales, we've been taking care of your family's automotive needs for 60 years. Now you can get Ford service just the way you want it, without leaving your home. With complimentary Ford pickup and delivery, or our Ford mobile service van, we'll come to you, handle your routine maintenance or light repairs right in your driveway, and get you back on the road fast. Artesia Ford Sales, family owned, family trusted for 60 years. ArtesiaFordSales.com. Schedule your mobile service today.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 684 head of cattle sold on Monday on a higher market. with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves sold steady to 5 higher, feeder cattle steady to 8 higher, packer cows and bulls steady to $5 higher, 3 to 400 pound steers $526, 3 to 400 pound heifers $445, $545, 4 to 500 pound steers $415, $520, 4 to 500 pound heifers $380, $445, 5 to 600 pound steers $375, $415. 5 to 600 pound heifers $365, $380. 6 to 700 pound steers $357, $375. 6 700 pound heifers $320, $365. 7 800 pound steers $320, $357. 7 800 pound heifers $298, $320. Packer cows $169, $179. Canner and cutter cows $166, $172. Packer bulls $208, $219. Feeder bulls $188, $195. Top half the cow-calf pairs $4,100 to $4,900 per pair. Top half the bred cows $3,000 to $3,350 per head. We do appreciate the business, and let's all do a rain dance and pray for some rain. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hey, I heard Smiley there talking about praying for rain, and I think I found out the problem. Everybody says, well, let's pray for a little rain, and that's all we keep getting is a little rain. No, we need to pray for a lot of rain. It is dry out there. All right, let's jump into our scriptures for the day. If you want to join me, I'm going to be in 1 John 2, and I want to dig into this. Well, let's go through the scripture first, and then I'll get to, I think I'll bring my point back around from there. We're in 1 John 2, beginning in the first verse. It says, my little children, I'm writing these things so that you may not sin. But if anyone does sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous. He is the propitiation for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the sins of the whole world. And by this we know that we have come to know him, if we keep his commandments. Whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word, in him truly the love of God is perfected. By this we may know that we are in him. Whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. And then I want to jump down to verse 15. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, and the desires of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not from the Father, but it is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires, but whoever does the will of God abides forever. So I was thinking about this in terms of something I hear quite often. The assertion that the Christian life is boiled down to simply love God, love neighbor. Love God, love neighbor. And for as far as that goes, it's true. You've heard me say that before. But Scripture paints a little bit of a different picture, especially John here. And if I can encourage you anything today, just sit down and read 1 John today. It doesn't take long, 20, 30 minutes at most. But we get told a lot that to be a Christian is just to love God and love others, love your neighbor, and very little about how to do that. Very little about what that actually means. What we end up boiling it down to, I think, for most people in their mind, is believe in Jesus and be nice to people. And that's not what's being said in Scripture when it tells us to love God and love our neighbor. It says, whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Jesus himself says, this is the one who loves me, is he who keeps my commandments. Right? And so when we hear to love God and love neighbor, and we can connect easily. To love God is to live according to the way he's directed. In fact, verse 6 says, whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. Right? Our lives are to be lived as Christ. Right? We're to love our neighbor then means clearly. And if you will read 1 John, it's on and on and on about loving one another, loving your neighbor, loving the brother. He says those who don't love their brother don't love God. He says it multiple times throughout that letter. Obviously, he was dealing with a problem in that letter with what I would guess is infighting or anger among Christians, among themselves, that they were struggling with at that time. So to love our neighbor is in the same vein of loving God. It's to follow after his commandments. It's to treat one another according to God's law. Not to be nice, right? It's not a call to just appease everyone and avoid angering everyone. Because I think that's what a lot of people believe. Well, if you anger me, you don't love me. Well, if your anger is rooted in the world, if your anger is because I don't embrace the world and what the world says, then no, it would be the opposite of loving. I must speak the truth. I must tell you the truth according to what God has revealed about his world. Because if I don't, then I'm not loving you. And so as I point to the scriptures and I look at this and I see over and over again John calling us to love our brother, and I constantly ask, like, how because there's a lot of us that aren't very lovable. It's hard. It's hard to and I think the problem is if we boil it down to just being nice and keeping everyone happy by not angering them, by not upsetting them, then we're not truly loving anyone. All we're doing is appeasing people. And for the most part, what we're doing is appeasing people in their sin. And it goes back up to the very top of it again. It says, but if anyone does sin, we have an advocate. Right? That's the greatest love we can tell everyone, is that every one of us is sinners. Every one of us is fallen. Every one of us is massively flawed in the eyes of God. They might be the nicest person you think you know. That person has sins that you can't even comprehend. They need a Savior as well. He is the propitiation, the payment for our sins, right? And not for ours only, but also for the sins of the world. So everyone around you, right? He died for their sins. Shouldn't you let them know that? Shouldn't that be the honest truth of the number one thing we do to love people, is to let them know that they're sinners and that they need a Savior? As I said in this, I look back down at verses 15 through 17 about the relationship of the Christian to the world, right? We get there in verse 6, it says, those who abide in him should walk in the way he walked. He didn't walk in the ways of the world. He wasn't pressured. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, even at the threat of death, right? They pressed him, and he still held to the law of God over the law of men. He pressed back against the world, showed them their weaknesses and showed them their flaws. That's the greatest love, right? Is that he was willing to die for the sins of those people who were turning against him. We have to put away the thoughts and the concerns of the world, the desires of the flesh. He says the desires of the eyes and the pride of life, or the pride of possessions in some manuscripts, because it's not from the Father. It's from the world. It's the world of the flesh. And it's a tough calling to overcome those. But I think here's the gist of it, is as a Christians, our command, our our calling is to walk in opposition to the world around us. And what does that mean? It's easy to say, but it's a little harder to do. I'm not to love the things of the world. In fact, I'm called to press back against them, keep them out of my life, and to the best of my ability, tell others around me to do the same thing. When we look at the world of around us, and it's filled with so much evil, and it just amazes us. And when we press back against it, the world gets angry. The world raises its ugly head and jeers at us and calls us all kinds of names and presses back against everything we're saying. It's very easy to just go, okay, well, I don't want to upset that person. I have to work with them. Or even harder, I have to live with them. I have to see them around town. I don't want them to think I'm a weirdo. But that's the point. We are kind of weird. We are different. We are strangers to this world. This is not the world that God has created for us in the end. It's right. It's not the end. It's not the telos of what life is to be. And so when we see evil in the world, we are called to call it out. We are, and the beautiful part is we're supposed to return back to the beginning of this chapter and say this is sin, and there is forgiveness for it. Not simply, hey, you're a sinner, and beat people over the head, but hey, if you've committed this sin, there's forgiveness for it. There's someone who paid for that. There's someone who can redeem you from that. They can bring you back from that sin. They can bring you back out of the world. And that's our calling. Far too often we're easily swayed. Like, right, we're very social creatures. We were designed to live in community. That's what God created. He gives Adam and Eve the command to fill the earth, right? To build community. But that community was to be centered on one thing and one thing only, and that was Him. That community was not about us. As we look at God, and I don't want to go too far down this road, but God in Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, living in perfect communion, right? Needed nothing from us. But yet out of His grace and mercy, He created us and gave us life and gave us breath each and every day, right? And His image of community that we see, perfect harmony and unity, is what He's calling us to be. In John 17, Jesus prays that I pray that they be one as we are one. That's the picture that we're supposed to image. And there cannot be unity in lies. And so if we appease a person's lies so as not to upset them or anger them, then we have no unity with them. We might falsely create what we think is unity because we're being nice to each other, which is not what we're here for. It's funny. One day we were talking about the word nice in our men's group, and where the word comes from, what the word means. The current meaning of it is to treat people the way they want to be treated, I guess, in a sense. But it's actually comes from a Latin word, and it literally means not knowing. And honestly, in Old French, the nice meant careless, clumsy, weak, poor, simple, stupid, silly, or foolish. So I love that we've taken a word that basically meant fool. So, that guy's nice. It was almost the 12th century version of bless your heart. Well, he's a nice guy. And so, but as it went on, it became agreeable and delightful and kind and thoughtful. Well, right, of course, the fool who knows no better can be very agreeable, right? And that's where the etymology of the word transformed over the centuries, and now we've embraced it as the number one feature that all people should be aspiring to. Well, you should be nicer. I don't want to be a fool. I don't want to be silly. That's not what God called me to. He called me to love you. And to love you is to tell you the truth. I don't know that anyone would say that, well, it's loving to lie to people in those terms, but that's what we've made it. We have to, through the, what I'll call the sin of empathy. We've become so empathetic that we have told ourselves that the kindest thing we can do is to embrace someone else's lies about themselves or in their lives. And they're living in a lie. And in order to be nice, we have to go, oh yeah, that could be true. That yeah, I think so. That's, you do you, and you live the way you want to live, and just, everybody just get along and be nice. What we're calling is the whole world to be foolish. There's no truth in nicety. We're called to love one another. And it's this one that loves, the one who keeps his commandments, right? The one who does not is a liar. We don't want to live in that. We can't. The world does not progress on chaos and lies, but yet here we are. So look around. Are there people in your life that you have avoided telling them that there's lies in their life and they need to step out of them? They're harsh words. People don't want to hear them, but they are the truth. And that's true love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Here in a few moments, after our news break, we'll come back with Cush from Artesia General Hospital and see what all's going on over there.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump says we're not getting the straight story about the conditions on board the USS Abraham Lincoln. Mr. Trump calls claims of serious mental health issues among the crew, the aircraft carrier, as well as troubling supply issues, fake news. Concern in South Korea over a perceived change in the military relationship with the U.S. This after President Trump ordered a scaling back of joint U.S. military exercises with South Korea. The fate of the Gaza ceasefire remains unclear following a long meeting between U.S. negotiator Jared Kushner and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. And primary season drawing to a close, attention turning to key states like Florida, Wyoming, California, and Alaska. On Wall Street, the Dow futures 48 points in the red. More details at srnnews.com.
Here's a song for Lowell's Pharmacy, and when it's over, I'll explain why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
You and your family getting all the things you need, where personal service is always guaranteed. Prescriptions fill faster with dependability. That is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
At Lowell's Pharmacy, we are called the Family Pharmacy. Let me spell it out for you. The F stands for fair prices and everything. The A is for accurate prescription service. M for the many professional services we provide. The I is for immediate service. L for the luxury of getting everything you need in just one place. And the Y is for you.
And that is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
Lowell's Pharmacy, 612 North 13th, across from the hospital in the Artesia Professional Building. Lowell's Pharmacy.
Today is the day. Opening arguments in what could be social media's come-to-justice moment in the trial of the century. Here's what's at stake. I'm Kim Commando for ExpressVPN. With one click, ExpressVPN keeps your online activity private and secure. Get 4 extra months at expressvpn.com/Kim. Meta faces the biggest legal threat in its history. 4 states, California, Colorado, Kentucky, and New Jersey, along with 29 states' attorneys generals, claim that Facebook and Instagram were deliberately designed to addict our children. that Meta illegally collected our children's data. Now we're seeking sweeping and profound changes to how social media works with minors. Meta faces up to $1.4 trillion in damages. Note that number is Meta's entire market value. Should Meta lose, and it very well may, the trial will establish a powerful precedent for tens of thousands of similar lawsuits against every social media company in the United States. This is the suit to watch, and I'll be right here doing it for you. Get my free newsletter, getkim.com. AI is changing the world, and there's no question it's making technology smarter. But it's also making it so much easier for companies to learn more about you through your online activity. Websites you visit, searches you run, and the apps you use can reveal more about you than you realize. That's where a VPN comes in, like ExpressVPN. It encrypts your internet connection to help keep your personal information more secure online. Whether you're checking email or shopping online, ExpressVPN works quietly in the background, and it's easy to use. One tap on your phone, laptop, desktop, or tablet, and you're connected. Plus, one subscription now covers up to 14 devices at once. That's enough to protect your entire household. Best of all, it comes with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Take your online privacy seriously with ExpressVPN. Right now, you can get 4 extra months by going to expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. expressvpn.com/Kim.
Turpin & Son Mortuary of Artesia presents a listing of today's obituaries. Today we have 2 reminders. Loretta Palmer passed away peacefully in Alamogordo, New Mexico on August 11th. Services for Loretta will be held at St. Anthony's Catholic Church in Artesia on Friday, August 21st. Visitation will begin at 8:30 a.m., followed by the Rosary at 9:30, and funeral mass at 10 a.m. Burial will follow at Woodbine Cemetery, with a reception afterward at St. Anthony's. Hunter Bo Martin, age 22, of Artesia, New Mexico, passed away on August 11th. Funeral services will be held Friday, August 21st, at 2 p.m. at West Main Baptist Church. Graveside services will follow at Woodbine Cemetery. Services will be officiated by Jason Kraft. This listing has been presented as a service by Turpin & Son Mortuary of Artesia. We make it personal.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have that upper level high pressure system over Texas, and that's covering all of eastern New Mexico too. We're headed for about 100 on today's high and lots of sunshine. Overnight will be clear, lows near 70, and then we're in the low 100s for the high on Wednesday and Thursday. And we're expecting a lot of sunshine, getting pretty hot by Friday and through the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. Oh, the music's still playing in my ear.
It's a nice soundtrack in the background.
It is. All right, Kush, welcome back, man. It seems like forever since I've seen you, but I don't know, I guess it was last month.
It's been a couple of weeks.
I don't know. It seems, I don't know, maybe I missed this Tuesday or something. I'm not sure. So, how's the Green Chili Cafe doing?
You know,
the hospital. Here,
since you brought up the green chili, man, I got to talk about this Philly cheesesteak that we've got going on this week. It's a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. You get a side of fries. You get a drink to go with that.
Oh man,
really good price, $9.
Yeah.
I mean, try beating that anywhere else.
Yeah, anywhere.
And can't beat like the flavoring and everything else. I had one for lunch yesterday. And I think I'll be going back for a second one today.
I haven't had a good Philly cheesesteak in a long time.
I guess you're going to have to stop by.
It might have to. All right, man. So how's life at the hospital?
Things are busy. I mean, onwards and upwards. We've got a new physician starting this fall. Dr. Aliyu Kanu is our new podiatric surgeon, board qualified, of course.
All right.
So, brand new surgeon coming in. If you're having issues with feet, things like that, need some questions answered, that's a good place to start.
Yeah. It's always amazing me when I hear like these doctors, like, I specialize on the big toe. That's it.
Yeah, he does a little bit. I guess he does the little toe as well.
Yeah,
so a little more.
But I'm just sitting there like some of them are so specialized
Yes.
on one thing, but that's pretty cool. Like, okay, we got a guy who, because feet are problematic, especially as you get older, right?
Right.
Like mine hurt all the time. I'm always worried to go in to see somebody about why my feet hurt. It's like I'll be spending the rest of my life in orthotics.
I already know why my feet hurt. I could afford to do with losing a couple of pounds. Well, maybe a little more than that, but
You and me both. You and me both. Oh man! So we got a new how do you say it?
podiatric surgeon,
Podiatric. That's an interesting word.
Yeah. I mean, you could just say a new service line via podiatry.
Yeah, there you go.
That's probably the easiest way of doing it.
Oh, that's cool. So, will he be? He'll be seeing patients and stuff, and then doing surgery as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Awesome. So he'll offer general podiatry as a service.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Not just surgery, but general
Correct.
podiatry. Okay. Well, that's great. So, new doctors coming in. I mean, you guys have added. How many new doctors have we added this year?
I think it's like 3, 4, something like that. New
I
providers.
was thinking more about like 5 or 6, but maybe it's only 3 or 4.
Yeah,
but
I'll have to go back and count
seems like,
now.
like every time I turn around, like, hey, here's a new doctor, here's a new surgeon. That's really cool.
And guess what?
What's that?
There's more coming.
There's more. That's awesome. Just expanding those lines of service,
Absolutely.
available right here in our little bitty town.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So
yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, we had the Da Vinci event a couple weeks ago. The Da Vinci is.
I know. I so wanted to make it, could not make it up there.
No worries, and man, I gotta tell you, I got an opportunity to. I don't want to say play with the machine, but I got an opportunity to kind of operate, and figure out.
Yeah,
man, that thing is impressive. And then we had a couple of young children come in.
Mm-hmm.
And they just stuck to it like water, man. I mean, just watching them operate that thing, it's kind of like almost like a video game. And these kids were like, I'm kind of like, whoa, I knew I should have played more video games.
Oh, yeah. I was not much of a video game player growing up.
Either.
And then, like when the video games changed, now you had 2 joysticks and like 12 buttons on there. And guys were playing it on the ship on the way to Iraq. And I'm going, I can't figure out how to do this here.
Yeah, that's not much my thing.
No,
so.
But yeah, that's I saw a picture of it.
Right,
and I guess I expected it to be like one arm, but no, it's like multiple arms.
There
and
are
like
4 arms on there. Yes,
I think it was pretty crazy.
The ability, to watch someone that's trained on it and watch them like change arms and position it with precision and angling it and. It was just really cool.
Yeah, so you can get like multiple hands in there holding stuff out of the way and another hand doing stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, and it only takes one guy to do all that. And it's not,
correct.
It's not like a team of doctors with a bunch of robots. It's one guy with a robot and he can do a lot more inside.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The incisions are smaller, so better healing time for most people. Recovery is faster. You've got theoretically less pain for most people as well. So
here's a question: Have we used it in a live surgery yet?
We have. We used it on several surgeries.
Really?
Actually. Yes.
That's awesome. That is really cool.
I think it was up to 7, 8, something like that. The last I saw.
And I always forget the gentleman's name. The
Dr. Pansuria.
Yeah, Pansuria. I'm sure he's just stoked about it.
He is. He really is.
He's having the time of his life to have that thing in there. So that's great. What else? What else is happening around there? We got anything else? Any events coming up or anything that we need to talk about?
We're starting to ramp up for the Foundation's annual golf course and the banquet, so that'll be coming up here in a couple of months as well.
Okay.
So stay tuned for more information on that. A lot of sort of everyday stuff. Of course, we have free transportation, so if you need us to come pick you up, we can do that. Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, bring you here, take you back home. Lots of good different services as well. We've got the women's clinic.
Yeah.
So we're also offering same-day services at the women's clinic if there's availability. So if you need to come in and be seen right away.
Okay.
We understand that you can't always wait to be seen for a lot of those issues. So we're trying to accommodate you as much as we can there as well.
Yeah. I was up there here a while back, had a family member in the hospital, but I didn't pay attention. Is all the remodeling and everything done in the
Most of it is done. Memorial still has a little bit that's ongoing.
Oh, okay. So you can go in through Memorial now?
Yes, the main door is open.
Yeah,
so
I may have to go in there and check out the remodel.
Yeah, let me know if you're up there. I'll give you a tour.
See what it looks like. But well, I was trying to think if there's any fundraisers coming up, anything people can do, or
the fundraiser would be the foundation banquet and golf tournament.
Oh, the banquet.
But you don't have to wait for an event if you wanted to donate to the foundation. It kind of helps keep things local. Bring in new service lines, bring in new equipment. For example, the new breast coil that we have for the MRI.
Yeah.
That was purchased by the foundation with a grant from, I believe, ConocoPhillips. So, lots of good things going on.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, what else do we need to talk about then, man? You should have brought me a new doctor or something today.
That's coming. We'll be sure to bring Dr. Kanu in when he, gets here as well.
Yeah. I am at a loss. I'm just trying to find something. Well, let's talk about the world, I guess.
Uh-oh.
He always flinches when I do that. He showed up early and had to hear my sermon when he came in. So,
it's always interesting to hear other viewpoints.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an expert in any of it.
Other faith perspectives. Yeah.
I'm not an expert in any of it. I wouldn't claim to be, so it's always good to learn.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about during the break about being a doctor, and like the term doctor, and I said it's we've made it just medical doctors, but there are doctors of other things, right? And doctors of ministry is one of them.
Yeah, doctor of philosophy.
Doctors of philosophy, doctors of all that. And so you made a point about practical education. And the truth of it is, like, if all of your education can't be communicated down to the simplest guy before you, like the simplest people around you, it's kind of worthless.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it doesn't come out practically to actually improve the lives of other people around you, what was the point in all that?
And I can kind of tie that back into the hospital too. We have several different courses that we offer for medical assistant, for phlebotomy, all of those different things that we offer at the campus as well. So that's a form of practical education.
Yeah.
If you think about the hospital, it's kind of like a city. You need everyone from an electrician, you need a plumber, you need all of these different sort of people that work there that help the place function. So
I think a lot of people miss that, right? They talk about the cost of medical care, and I could go down the road of how insurance has inflated that cost. But to run a hospital is not just doctors and nurses. Of course, those are the ones we see.
Correct.
But there's tons of administrators sitting there doing paperwork, and all of that stuff. And, the guys remodeling, the guys keeping the building running and clean. And
I mean, even the Green Chili Cafe, we talk about the Green Chili Cafe as food for the community.
Yeah.
But there's a whole nother side to the Green Chili Cafe where they're feeding patients, they're feeding, the doctors, they're feeding all those people as well. And some of those are very specialized meals. So you have to know enough about nutrition. You have to know how to put that meal together.
Yeah.
So, just another form of practical education right there.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it support the hospital, I mean,
absolutely.
As if you can go there, but that's great. Well, Mike's yours. If you got anything else that you want to highlight for people, make sure they know about it.
If anyone wants to learn more about the hospital, they're always welcome to give me a call or come by the hospital. I'm happy to walk them through.
Okay.
Can't always take them into every single area, but with advance notice, if they want to, come through and look at something or learn more about what we have, I'm always happy to talk to them.
Gene just sent something. Ask Cush to count the 100 services from 100 backwards. I'm not sure.
I don't think we have enough time for that on the air, Gene. Besides, I think I might need you here keeping count with me when we do that.
I love it. So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming in and giving us your time. I'm glad to hear everything's going. Are you excited for Friday night? You gonna come to the game?
Possibly. I may be out of the city. Who knows?
Oh man, okay. Got to watch that Eddy County War on Friday night. I'm stoked for it. I'm ready to go for the season.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting to have it, the first game of the season almost in
August.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. It seems crazy, but I did some research, And it's been like this for at least 26 years. Now, before that, there wasn't records that I could find through quick search. But yeah, I guess we've been starting school this early for quite a while, and it's just this old farts that are like, oh, this is too early, you know? So,
well,
for everybody else, I guess it's been normal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, all right, Kush, thank you so much, brother.
My pleasure.
God bless you, and have a great Philly cheesesteak for lunch, man.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you there.
All right. God bless.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. stocks edged further from their record heights on Monday after rising oil prices cranked up the pressure on inflation and financial markets. The S&P 500 fell 0.5%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 272 points, or 0.5%, and the Nasdaq Composite slipped 0.3%. U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright said on Monday that Washington will announce steps within days to help refiners boost fuel output. President Trump seeks to rein in stubbornly high gasoline prices that spiked during the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran. It's a landmark federal trial in Oakland, California. A lawsuit accuses Meta of using addictive designs on Instagram and Facebook to harm youth for profit. It also claims that Meta routinely collects data on children under 13 without their parents' consent in violation of federal law. States are seeking extensive financial damage that could, in theory, total as much as $1.4 trillion. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
Hi, I'm Jason Ware, new sales manager here at Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're making it easier than ever to drive home in a brand new Ram. Right now, take 12% off MSRP on all new 26 Ram Tradesman, Bighorn, Laramie half-tons, or 15% off new 26 Ram Limiteds, Longhorns, and Rebel half-tons. That's up to $12,000 off on Ram half-tons. Come see me today at 1309 Southeast Main in Roswell, Richland Auto Group, hometown service with powertrain warranty for life.
Are you ready to make a difference in the lives of students and athletes right here in the City of Champions? Artesia Public Schools is now hiring school bus drivers for routes and activities. A CDL, background check, and drug test are required. But don't worry, we'll help you get your CDL. Join the team and drive our Bulldogs to success on the road and in life. For activity bus driving positions, call 575-390-3799. And for school bus route drivers, call 575-746-6393.
Welcome to Answers with Ken Ham. The account of origins presented in the Genesis is a simple but factual presentation of actual events and provides reliable basis for man's worldview and a framework for scientific investigation into the question of the origin and history of life. Answers with Ken Ham is brought to you by Harvest Fellowship at 2307 West Main in Artesia. Call Pastor Ronnie Williams at 746-6195. Now, today's Answers with Ken Ham.
Morality by popular opinion? This is Ken Ham, CEO of the ministry that built a full-size ark near Cincinnati. One study found that people's views on being selfish change depending on how common the behavior is. They found that if everyone is being selfish, people didn't view it as negatively as if only a few people were doing it. The researchers argue that this shows how social norms change over time. But should our views about morality be determined by the majority? Oh no, popularity doesn't determine morality. If we determine right and wrong, then it's merely based on our own opinion. And if my opinion differs from your opinion, whose opinion's right? We need to look to the firm foundation of God's unchanging word for our morality.
Subscribe to receive free daily email insights from Ken Ham at AnswersRadio.com. And listen to this program again at AnswersRadio.com.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. All right, let's jump in. Let's just close the hour out with some of our flyers and see what's going on. Very important today. Monday, August 17th. Or I think this was yesterday. Shoot, I forgot today's not Monday. Today's Tuesday. That was yesterday. Hey, so I guess all the reserve ticket seats are sold, but coming up this Friday is the football game. And remember that all tickets this year will be digital through GoFan. So you can buy your tickets before you even get there, have them, you hold it up, there's a little barcode or not barcode, QR code or something that you show you show the people at the gate, and you're going to get in for the football game. All right, youth cheer camp happening today and tomorrow. 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. It's at the AHS White Gym. And they will be cheering this Friday at the Carlsbad game at 7 p.m. Only $50 for any students who want to do that. Let's see. Lace Up, Give Back, Sneaker Drive. Hey, if you only a few more days to donate any of your old sneakers, you can take them either to the school during school hours, or you can take them up to Benny's Western Wear. Only tennis shoes or sneakers. Any size, any condition, and they will be sent to Got Sneakers to be recycled and donated. More sneakers, more impact. Blood drive. Let's see if there's a blood drive today on the 18th. Yeah, actually we got two. First one's up at the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico in Roswell at 200 North Lee from noon to 4 p.m. And the other one will be at the Roswell Community Center, 3 Grand Avenue Plaza from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Hey, join the Senior Center tomorrow, Wednesday, August 19th, for a day of fun to honor our seniors. They will be celebrating National Senior Citizen Day and all August birthdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is a come-and-go event, and the center will provide lunch at noon. Local businesses are going to be set up there to show their support for our seniors, and the Central School Honor Society students will be at the National Senior Citizen Day, and they will talk about being in Honor Society, and they will serve lunch to the seniors. All right. Mobile outreach vehicle coming to your community. The New Mexico Department of Veteran Services wants you to know about it. Let's see, Wednesday, August 19th, in Dexter at the Chaves County Joy Center from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Don't miss opportunity to meet with a veteran service officer in person and get help with your benefits. All right. Up next, from First Baptist Church Artesia, Women of the Word presents Consider the Lilies Bloom Bar. All women are invited to join us as we create beautiful fresh flower bouquets, enjoy hors d'oeuvres, and great fellowship. Wednesday, August 19th at 6 p.m. at First Baptist Church of Artesia. All right, Southeast New Mexico College in Carlsbad says get ready for fall 2026 semester. Welcoming meet and greet with peer mentors and faculty. Join them for a warm welcoming event to kick off the semester. Come meet with your peer mentors, connect with faculty, and learn about helpful resources available at Southeast New Mexico College. That's also Wednesday, August 19th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. in front of the Southeast New Mexico College Library. Free snacks and drinks. The next Republican Women's Club of Carlsbad day meeting and night meeting, Artesia night meeting, will be on Thursday, August 20th. So this Thursday, the day meeting is at the Stevens Inn and Restaurant in Carlsbad. Doors open 11:15. Order off the menu. The meeting starts at noon. The night meeting is at the Artesia Country Club at 5:30, and the meeting starts at 6 p.m. The speakers for both meetings will be Carla Sontag from Better Together New Mexico and the New Mexico Business Coalition, who will be speaking on Emerge and how dangerous their candidates are. We'll be speaking to her in the 9 o'clock hour here if you want to hear more from her. So make sure you stay tuned with us today. All right, next food distribution is Thursday, August 20th. in Loving at 9 a.m. at the Loving Community Center, 602 South 4th Street. A free car seat fitting station will be offered August 20th in Loving. Free car seat fitting station will be available to the public from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursday, August 20th at the Loving Community Center, 602 South 4th Street. The event will provide parents and caregivers with hands-on assistance from nationally certified child passenger safety technician. No appointment is required. Participants are encouraged to bring their car seat, the car seat manual, vehicle manual, and if possible, the child who uses the seat. A $35 fee may apply for replacement seats, and children must be present to be eligible. All right. All right, Artesia, well, we'll close it out there, and we'll come back in the next hour. We'll be joined by the Chamber, and they'll let us know all that's happening around Artesia.
This is KSVP and K229AS Artesia.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Thousands are still without power after tropical storm Lala clobbered Hawaii over the weekend, uprooting trees, unleashing flash floods from Honolulu to the Big Island. One death is blamed on the storm. Deadly stretch of unsettled weather continues with the ongoing threat of thunderstorms, heavy rain, flash flooding from the Midwest, parts of the Mid-Atlantic. However, an approaching cold front is expected to bring relief in the coming 24 hours. Russia and Ukraine continue trading heavy blows with civilians caught in the crossfire. The BBC's Dan Johnson is in Kiev.
Ukraine's capital endured 4 air raid alerts through the night, but it's not clear yet what, if anything, made it through the city's overstretched air defences. In Zaporizhia, the head of regional government said 2 people had been killed and 4 wounded. 5 people were injured, including a 9-year-old boy, when homes were struck in Izium, close to the front line in the east. Ukraine has continued drone strikes against Russia. Moscow's mayor said 620 targeted the city last night and 180 were shot down. Another warehouse belonging to online retailer Wildberries was reported to be on fire.
President Trump threatens military action against Oman if it gets in the way of a U.S. deal with Iran over the Strait of Hormuz. Correspondent Luke Garrett.
Iran said it was working to finalize a joint statement with Oman on a plan to manage shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Details have previously emerged that Oman and Iran would reopen the strait with ships entering through a route close to Iran and exiting through a route close to Oman, without paying fees or tolls during an interim period.
Uncertainty over the Iran situation is sending oil prices higher again. The prices have been up and down since the start of the Iran war. On Wall Street, the Dow is trading about 44 points lower. The Nasdaq down 332. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Full speed into summer, and if you're thinking about buying a home this year, here's what you need to do first. Get pre-qualified, not once you found the house, now before you even start looking. Here's why. In this market, houses sell in days, sometimes hours. The buyers who win aren't the ones with the highest offer. They're the ones already approved, ready to move, with a lender who can actually close. If you're not pre-qualified, you're a week behind. Maybe that house is gone. Well, I want to tell you about Fellowship Home Loans. For over 20 years, my friends Mike and Brian, guys that I've worked with, they've built Fellowship around one thing, getting loans done for real families with unique situations. They use programs and options that typical lenders don't take the time to explore. Down payment solutions that fit the way people actually live. Everything's done in-house, one roof, one team, all with a servant-led mentality. Get pre-qualified today. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G or call 800-510-MIKE. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
Barring a last-minute deal, President Trump's latest threatened tariffs on Canadian goods are locked and loaded, ready to go.
Some $20 billion worth of Canadian products, from hockey sticks to tongue depressors, could be subject to 50% tariffs as of 12:01 a.m. Wednesday. The U.S. and Canada have wrangled for decades over trade. President Trump's belligerent approach marks an extraordinary departure from the traditionally cooperative relationship between the two countries. Nevertheless, Prime Minister Mark Carney says the U.S. and Canada are negotiating to avoid the new round of tariffs. He describes the talks as very intense and delicate. Ben Thomas, Washington.
Thousands of people are displaced on Indonesia's Flores Island several days after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake killed at least 68 people, injured 213, and damaged more than 4,500 homes. News and analysis at townhall.com. British Prime Minister Andy Burnham has reportedly exchanged messages with an imposter who was posing as President Trump's chief of staff.
Politico says Burnham believed he was communicating with Susie Wiles before becoming suspicious and cutting off contact. Now, the White House says the incident had nothing to do with Wiles' device being hacked. The State Department has warned diplomats about attempts to impersonate officials while using AI. And the FBI has warned of malicious actors misusing AI to impersonate senior U.S. government officials. Jason Walker reporting.
Child safety and privacy are at the heart of a lawsuit against Facebook and Instagram's parent Meta. 4 states seek extensive damages. The trial gets underway today with opening arguments. California, Colorado, Kentucky, and New Jersey also demand changes in the way the company operates popular online platforms. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As KSVP celebrates 80 years of broadcasting in 2026, one of our longest-running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, a new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751. Welcome back, Artesia. It is Tuesday, August 18th. I'm your host, Scott Pettis. It's the 8 o'clock hour, and here pretty soon we'll be joined by the Chamber, and they'll come in and let us know everything that's happening. It's kind of a slow news day, to be honest. I really haven't looked at news much at all, and I really don't have a clue what's going on. Sometimes you get caught up in one part of life and you just kind of hang out there and almost ignore everything around you, which probably isn't the best way to do it. But today, here this hour, of course, the Chamber. The next hour, we'll be hearing from Carla Sontag with Better Together New Mexico, and maybe hear a little bit about what's going on and what she's come to town to talk about. And then, of course, we'll talk to Aaron in the next hour. But before we do all that, let's hear the weather and our first commercial break.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have that upper-level high-pressure system over Texas, and that's covering all of eastern New Mexico, too. We're headed for about 100 on today's high and lots of sunshine. Overnight will be clear, lows near 70, and then we're in the low 100s for the high on Wednesday and Thursday. And we're expecting a lot of sunshine, getting pretty hot by Friday and through the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Exciting news for Southeast New Mexico. The Advanced Heart and Vascular Center of New Mexico in Carlsbad, home to Dr. Amanda Ryan's trusted cardiology care for over 13 years, is now part of Current Clinic. That means world-class electrophysiology services right here in Southeast New Mexico. No more 3-hour drives to see a specialist. Current Clinic is bringing advanced, life-changing treatment for atrial fibrillation, AFib, and other heart rhythm disorders close to home. Early intervention for AFib can dramatically lower your risk of stroke, and our goal is to help our community understand just how important that is. You and your loved ones deserve comprehensive, cutting-edge heart care without leaving town. If you're experiencing an irregular heartbeat or AFib symptoms, expert care is now available locally. Visit currentclinic.com today to learn more and schedule your consultation. Current Clinic, easy access to comprehensive AFib care right here in Southeast New Mexico.
Hey, Roswell, time is running out to cash in on some of the biggest savings of the season. The loan and lease termination sales event is happening right now at Roswell Ford. Drive away with a truckload of savings in a brand new Ford F-Series pickup with financing as low as 0% APR and make no payments for 90 days. Upside down in your current car, truck, or SUV and want out early? Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to get you out of your trade, even if you owe up to $10,000 more than it's worth. Have less than perfect credit? Roswell Ford works with a network of aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Get on board at Roswell Ford during our loan and lease termination event and get huge savings on all new F-Series trucks, America's top-selling pickup in each of the past 49 years. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 36 months is $27.78 per thousand finance on F-150 trucks. Excludes Raptor. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined.
Parents, enrollment for the 26-27 school year is open at Artesia Classical Academy. At ACA, education is more than textbooks. It's Christ-centered, it's classical, it's personal. Our teachers know every student. Students enjoy a 4-day school week while learning Latin, Spanish, and American Sign Language. They explore STEM, PE, art, and music, participate in nature learning days, and serve right here in our community. Give your child an education with purpose. Visit artesiaclassicalacademy.org or call 247-1378 today.
Home health care is health care in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health care issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J Home Care has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 30 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at jjhc.org. Eddy County CASA court-appointed special advocates. Their mission is to advocate for the best interests of abused and neglected children in the court system. They do this through the recruitment, training, and support of effective volunteer advocates like you. Do you have the time to be an advocate for children in need in Eddy County? Learn more and get involved. Visit eddycountycasa.org today. Invest in CASA's mission and the children they serve.
Oh.
Did I make it sound funny?
Yeah, when you're touching it, it like crackles. Okay.
How's that?
Yeah, just don't touch it apparently.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's
Okay,
not
great.
it's clear, it's crisp, but
Awesome.
but it was
It was crack-a-lackin'.
yeah, it was cracking. It was pretty funny. All right. Well, welcome, Miss Jessica from the chamber.
Yes, sir.
The boss lady.
Oh gosh, no.
The one who's running the
I
whole
don't think I've earned
show.
that awesome title yet.
How are things over at the chamber?
Great. We just had our big event this weekend, so we're still trying to recover a little bit.
Yeah. How did
You
it go?
Awesome.
Awesome.
It was so fun. It was a beautiful morning at Eddy County Shooting Range, our Clays Crusher. It was our 18th annual fun shoot.
18th annual.
And I always said the words like, we are one of the longest running clay shoots at the Eddy County Shooting Range.
Yeah.
And I was corrected this weekend.
Oh.
Yes.
You are the
longest running clay
Yeah.
shoot at the Eddy County.
Look at that.
So we just wrapped up our 18th year. It was a big success. It was really fun. We did a little play on turning 18 and now you can vote. And so we did a lot of sort of America 250, red, white, and blue. We had a voting station out there that seemed to go over very well with the shooters. and they won a really cool flag that was flying over the Capitol, that had been flown over the Capitol.
Yeah.
And in Washington. So that was really fun. And so a bunch of our prizes were, either etched with America 250, the guns, or they were red, white, and blue, and some of the knives we gave away, and even coolers, the Yeti coolers and stuff. So it was a really, really fun shoot. We had over 130 shooters.
Wow.
We had some amazing, amazing sponsors that, all sent teams out to shoot. And we played heads or tails, which is so fun and different. We just had a blast. The weather, like I said, the weather was so nice and was perfect.
Yeah.
And we're already making plans for next year. And we had our post-event meeting yesterday, and we'll have another one next week with the whole committee.
Right.
And so, it was
That's
great.
cool.
It was really fun. It was, it's one of those events that is all hands on deck, and you are busy from about 6:30 a.m. until, 2, 3 p.m., depending on how, long lunch takes and stuff like that. And so it's just a massive amount of people and we're so thankful for all of our volunteers. I think we had over 20 volunteers out there helping us, and
that's great.
So it really means a lot to us that people step up and help us. It's our biggest fundraiser of the whole year. And so it's while it's still fresh in our brains, but it's like it's good to be done, everyone always looks forward to the next day after the fundraiser.
I know that feeling.
So I think it was
one
great.
of the hard things about having the longest running of something.
Yes.
You can never let it go. You'll be the one who shut down the longest running.
Oh, yeah.
Try being in charge of an event that's been going on for 114 years.
Right? Pancakes. Yes. Right.
No matter how exhausting that is, you can't stop it. It's been going for 114 years.
It's a freight train at this point. Yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
Just expected of you.
It is. That's very true. I mean, we still get phone calls about having why are you having a New Year's Eve music thing downtown with the fire pits? Like,
oh yeah,
that was long time ago, people. Yeah. So, but no, we do. We still get phone calls about that. Like,
Artesia has a very long memory.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And if you take something away, that's
or
fine.
Change it.
Yes, or change it.
Yes. They're like, what? This isn't the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
I mean, just like the flyer in front of you.
No, I know. That was last week.
Oh, it was.
We're over it now.
We're over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole middle section is gone, anyways.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's just
black. All sold.
Did you see the new seats though? Have you driven by and looked at it?
I have not.
It's cool because like in the upper, the reserve seats up top, the ones with seat backs, used to be all orange. Now it's got a big A. So like some of the seats are black, so there's like a big A through there. It looks pretty cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like every summer there's a fun little upgrade to the bowl.
Yeah. We bought extra reserve seats this year. There's a couple that were available next to us. We bought those too, so that we can take the Fletsy guys.
Oh, cool.
That attend our church. Like, hey, come on, we got free tickets, reserve seats. You guys can come and go watch the game, so that they get a little taste of what it's like to be an Artesian, while they're here. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's so nice of you. That's so hospitable.
Yeah. So
great. Make sure and buy them some pickles and popcorn.
Yeah. Give them each $1 and then go down to the.
Oh yeah, I don't know what $1 would buy these days.
You gotta go stand in line for 30 minutes for a pickle and a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and then you see the line and it comes out of the concession and it wraps in the front. And you're like, okay, as soon as it gets to there, go now, hurry. Yeah.
Exactly.
The line's short.
Yeah.
Oh
now you go in the middle. You go like towards the end of the first quarter.
Is that the sweet spot?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like when nobody's there. Right in the line.
You know what else you can do through the first quarter?
What's that?
That's super cool. It is the museum, the Hall of Fame Champions Museum. Yeah. But they close it after the first quarter.
They do. Yeah. But it is cool.
Awesome to see and go and look and and do. And
it kind of gets depressing when you're at my age though, because like you go and you look at the pictures of the guys you went to high school with, and they look like ancient photos from, like, wait a minute.
Black
come on,
and white.
Like, I'm not that old.
Oh, man.
Back when we had leather helmets.
That's funny.
So.
Oh, man. No, it's a really, really cool stadium. Really neat. And this week is Eddy County War, so it'll be a good turnout.
I tell you, it's to me, I don't want to compare it to going to church because that's not what it is, but it's similar. It's just a community event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not hugely into football, I don't know any of the kids. But vaguely know some of the kids that are playing, but I think like I got a family member or anything. But we keep our tickets because it's just to be part of that community and feel that excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the videos going around now, like people doing reaction videos to
the dog pile? I saw the one guy and he's like, I'm going to shed a tear. They're protecting the track. I was like, oh gosh.
Like he was really into that. Like they show
the track.
respect to the track.
Yeah, and there's and the cheerleaders too. Do you see it? There's a tarp in front of the cheerleaders too.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness.
It was sweet. Yeah, I remember.
Jeff said the museum brings back too many memories from back in the early 1900s.
His first
back in
life.
the 1900s.
In the 1900s. Yeah, the track is a big thing. Like I remember the year that they knew they were going to be replacing the turf.
Mm-hmm.
Is the year that we were able to we tried to bring back the community-wide growl. I don't know if you remember the growl days. So it used to be in the pit, if I remember right, and it was called the growl. And it was basically a community-wide pep assembly, kind of like their traditions assembly they have just for the high schoolers.
Remember when I went to high school, there was no pit.
There was no pit. So it must have been somewhere else. But anyways, then when the pit was constructed, it moved over there. But anyway. Yeah. All that to say, it was neat. We did it during like our balloons and tunes. And so we were like, we were trying to figure out the tunes portion of this. Yeah. This is pre balloons, bands, and brews, right? So we were able to have a couple of pilots bring their baskets down into the bowl. Mm-hmm. And we were hoping and praying that the weather was going to be good enough because we had these 3 pilots. They were like the super brave ones, if that makes more sense, that are willing to do more things. Not necessarily launch because it was in the evening. Oh, okay. This was our Friday night fire concert thing. But we were hoping to glow. And we were like, man, would that not be the coolest thing if you had a hot air balloon glow on that field and be able to lift that balloon up and just sit there in the middle of the Bulldog Bowl? That'd be so cool. And so we were, we had them come down and they were unloading their baskets. And the very next, later that year, they were like, because this, Balloons and Tunes is November. So like that spring is when they announced they're getting new turf. And we're like, well, there goes that.
There goes that idea.
There's no way we'll be able to do this again. Because those baskets are heavy. Yeah. I mean, having to hold them down when that balloon's up. So we're like, there's no way. And then the next year, they're like, now we're redoing the track. And we're like, oh, there's still no way. So.
Why do I get a feeling Daniel was involved in that one?
I don't
No, you don't remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Was involved in all of that. Yeah. I mean, obviously
what pilots? No, yeah. I could see Daniel Fear doing like, yeah, sure, we'll take our balloon in there.
Yeah, no, it wasn't him. It was my friend Shane Shipman.
Oh, okay.
I believe Karen might have been involved.
Karen might have been in there, yeah.
And there was 3 of us. I can't remember the third one.
But that'd be a cool picture to have. Did you guys get?
We have. We were still able. We had the band out there. The cheerleaders were out there. There was a bunch of people in the stands. We probably had over between 700 to 1,000 people, which looks really small in the bowl.
Yeah, it looks small in the bowl.
So we were like, meh. But then when you kind of counted heads a little bit and did a little estimating, we're like, oh, there's a lot more people here than we thought. But for
to get 1,000 people in Artesia show up, something's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was great. And then we did have the 3 kind of stacked in the middle of the field that were doing the fire concert still. So it was really cool. I'll send you some photos from it. It was neat.
Yeah. Well, so a successful fundraising event.
It was so good.
Bites of Business was good.
Bites and Business was awesome.
Yeah.
If you
I'm gonna get some free lights out of that thing.
I know. So Clear Result is part of the sort of their partner companies with Excel Energy.
Yeah.
And they have this really cool rebate program. So they came and they talked to us all about it. We have information at the chamber. If you or your company was not able to make it, we have information. They told us they have this program all across, I think it's all across the state.
Yeah, it is.
But
Yeah.
our neighboring communities are taking advantage of it a lot more, and they're trying to figure out why Artesia is not.
Yeah.
And so I think part of that is the education process. And so we hosted a Bites in Business with them. And essentially it's really cool. I mean, you can do like planning stages if you've got a new construction business going up where you can, and it's anything that's like energy efficient, right? And so they can help you with, like you said, lighting. They can help you with even EV spaces that are maybe mandated by certain things for like new construction. They can help with the cost of that. They can even help with post stuff up to 2 years. And so say you have put in a new air conditioning unit or new windows or new lighting or whatever, if you go and turn in your receipts or turn in even just like model numbers, they can tell you if you qualify for that rebate. And for 2 years, I mean, it's a pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good odds. Pretty good chances.
It was a really good Bites in Business. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and they will come and do a free walkthrough, and that you can show them. They did the visitor center after the Bites in Business. They came and walked through everything, made note of all the lights that we had, all the lights that we need to replace. How can we do this? What's this cost effective? That blah blah blah. Yeah, and just really helped us go through that whole property, even outside in the parking lot. And so I'm excited. I think, they're really stepping up to be able to offer this to our community. So if your company has put in, especially right now with this dang heat, a lot of people I have been hearing, they're like, oh, my AC is out, or I need to replace this unit, or I just replaced this unit. Call us at the chamber. We'll get you Clear Results information, and then that way you can work directly with them and see if it's worth it. Bless you.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
Sneeze.
I'm allergic to savings.
Savings. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that was really good. Yeah. We had a pretty packed conference room that day.
Yeah. Why am I always the one that asks the most questions? I don't understand when I come to those.
Because you're great at them. Great at coming up with them anyway.
I interview people in the middle of events.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So we had that happen. What's next? Is there anything? Do you want to save anything for the next half hour? We can go to news break and then come back.
Whatever.
All right. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
With the Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. Von Miller isn't the only big addition to the Cowboys pass rush. You'll hear from the first veteran brought in by Dallas this offseason at outside linebacker Rashawn Gary after this.
A true Dallas Cowboys fan is there for the journey and the destination. This is the season to make your journey count by flying through McAllen International Airport, the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you're flying down for McAllen's award-winning fall and holiday festivals, or you're a South Texas fan flying up to cheer the Cowboys on, make your journey as satisfying as your destination at the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. McAllen International Airport, above, beyond, at McAllenAirport.com.
Game on, and so is SWBC. We've got home loan options tailored to fit your needs. Need a partner for payroll, HR, and employee benefits? Done. And whether it's time to grow your business or buy a new home, our team is right there in your corner, because SWBC is your partner for your family, for your business, for your wins. Forward, together. Visit SWBC.com. SWBC Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 9741. Check licensing at www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
When Cowboys training camp began here in Oxnard 3 weeks ago, the outside linebacker position was a question mark. But strong play in camp and yesterday's addition of future Hall of Fame pass rusher Von Miller means Dallas now has an embarrassment of riches at the position. Rashawn Gary, a former Packer acquired via trade by Dallas this offseason, is still the leader among that position group. But Game recognizes game, and he appreciates what a veteran like Miller is going to bring to the table.
Just how smart he is, man. He's a true football player, understanding formations, how to get his opponent to play inside, his will. So just his approach to the game.
Miller won't take part in today's practice with the Saints here in Oxnard. It'll be a slower ramp-up for Miller to get ready for the regular season. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. Middle East tensions overshadowed things on what was a quiet Monday in August on Wall Street. Oil was elevated because of that, and there was a sort of anxiousness in the air about serious retail store earnings this week coming from the likes of Home Depot, TJ Maxx, Target, and Walmart. At the end of the Monday session, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and S&P were all in the red. The Dow and the S&P by about 0.5%. Nasdaq, best performer, down only 0.3%. You know, stocks on the Nasdaq had been lifted for a while yesterday by the California AI software company Anthropic, which says its preliminary second quarter revenue jumped 14-fold to over $11.5 billion, and the revenue run rate surpassed $65 billion ahead of its upcoming IPO in the fall. Do you remember Statoil? That's a name from the past. The Norwegian company, now known as Equinor, is buying a majority stake in a gas power station in Pennsylvania owned by Lackawanna Energy Center. They're paying $940 million. And get this, NVIDIA, the chip people, guaranteeing more than $100 billion so that OpenAI and ChatGPT can lease a sprawling energy center being built by Japan SoftBank in Ohio. And so too today, the main focus, Home Depot, the home improvement giant. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Now, time for another Otis Advisory.
The barnyard is buzzing this week over the high cost of eggs. It seems that somebody gave the chickens the flu. Probably caught it at the gym, like everybody else. A carton of hen's fruit can cost you more than filling up at the Texaco, but somehow there's still plenty of wings out there. Makes you wonder, what exactly have you been getting over at the wing store? No chickens, no wings, why? Well, they're not talking, but that's not important now. What you need to worry about is egg smuggling. Eggs are coming in across the border from everywhere, even Chile. I say Chile, you say Chile. Same place, just not as smarty pants. But smuggling eggs can get messy. Stuffing a dozen or so down your shorts to cross over easy in El Paso works fine until you sit down. Somebody's gonna need some dude wipes. So unless you're good with cold chicken, we're gonna need to recruit more chicks to sign up. Maybe offer a barnyard bonus or something to help make some eggs up in here. Hell, I don't know.
Maybe try talking into the funny end of the mic, Uncle Otis.
Thanks, Little Whiskers. Look, you want eggs on that waffle?
Can I please get a waffle?
Then you're gonna need more chicks. And don't expect the government to help. Big Balls has his hands full already with Doge finding all the funny business Sleepy Joe was handing out through the back door, Stacey Abrams. From the poop deck of the ship of state, this is your Uncle Otis, a false and dangerous narrative, and I'll see you at the Peace March.
All right, Artesia. How'd you like those? How'd you like that at Rec Center the other day?
Man.
Gene said he went and did 7 laps this morning.
So proud of him.
And stairs.
And the stairs.
And the stairs.
Wow.
That place it was impressive.
It is so cool. One of my favorite things that I did not know is that you can just go in there and walk, or you use the basketball courts or the pickleball, volleyball, whatever, for free.
Yeah. And because I was actually, I didn't understand that as, like, I thought the membership was to use anything in there, but membership is really just for the gym, exercise equipment, exercise classes and stuff like that. Like, if you want to just go in there and shoot some hoops, free.
Yeah. So cool.
Walk in and shoot some hoops.
Yeah.
So
I think it's great. And, they've got, this is the only place in town now that has an indoor jungle gym for the kids. That's really cool.
I think it was pretty cool.
It's 2 stories, and it's
Yeah.
a big giant oil derrick, and it
Mhm.
has a slide,
Yeah.
a stainless steel slide. I don't know. I think it's so cool. Everything was beautiful. The ceremony was beautiful. Hearing from, you know, a couple of people that they were talking about it. They were saying like, man, our speeches are exactly the same, and we didn't talk before
Yeah.
this. And
Yeah.
so it does show the incredible generosity of this community and the support behind it. And I think it's been 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
And man, it was really, really incredible to see the whole thing come together. I love that there's just the way that they were able to get some of the ideas from multiple different rec centers. They did their homework, they did their research. And what was Scott saying? They took a lot of the pages out of a rec center far away. I feel like it was like Tennessee
Yeah,
or something.
It was Nashville.
Far
yeah.
away. Yeah. And so like that's really cool because they did do a lot of due diligence on what works and how do things flow best. And the lines on the courts, like I said, you can do pickleball, you can do volleyball, you can do basketball. They have the curtains that can raise and lower so that balls don't go into each other's courts. And, that's really neat. And then of course the walking track upstairs, just so you can like,
cool.
if you have your kiddos playing down there, you can watch.
Yeah.
I love the way that the kitchen was kind of laid out with the concession. So people can order concession that are just general public, but then say you have the room rented for a party, private party, then you just serve from that side. Like,
there's a room that you can rent for events and parties and stuff. And
I feel like every space too in there was usable.
Yeah.
There was not any wasted space.
Right.
So
the child cares, you got a little child care center set up in there for littles, you know.
The STEM lab was cool.
I did not get in to see that. I did not see that portion. I know it was there, but I didn't go in and look at that.
It was cool. Dolly's lab,
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Reading lab, something is cool. They've got, I mean, and it's all state of the art stuff. There's like games you can play, touchscreen stuff on the walls, and all learning.
Well, what's
all
cool
learning.
is that I thought what I got a kick out of it, you know, just because I'm a history buff, I sat there and read the whole history of Artesia. You can go down the hall and read like this, you know, year by year history of Artesia and stuff like that. So
you could spend 2 hours in that hallway just like learning and
just going
hearing,
down and reading,
reading it all and seeing all the pictures. And you know, Nancy Dunn was a huge part of that. And for those that don't know Nancy Dunn, she ran our historical museum for 33 years. So for her to put her stamp on this new rec center with her knowledge base of this community it's just so amazing. We still call Nancy. She's whenever we get questions about. We had a question the other day. Where was the Atoka? No, there was a restaurant out in Atoka.
Oh, okay.
And they called it something cafe. Anyways, we had Nancy. Do you know? And she's like, I do. Actually, it was blah, 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 blah. And she just knows. She's such a great resource. We love her so much. But so that is a really cool museum piece that was installed. And we were able to be a little bit of a part of that as well. It was really neat. She said, I've been looking at this up and down and backwards and sideways for months. So she sent it to a few of us, Main Street and Chamber and Arts Council and other people to say, fresh eyes on this. Can you please read through it, proof it, and help me out? So it was really cool. So we got to be a little bit a part of that. And the rec center is just amazing. Even the outdoor equipment is cool. They did talk about more shades are actually on their way coming in the next couple months, and the cornhole, the cool, just even the cool lights strung across the little. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I love it, and all the outdoor stuff, all the indoor stuff. It's a great rec center, and then being right there next to the pool. You can even get I haven't looked at the actual pricing, but there's a combined membership you can get to both places. So that's really cool.
$750 a year for a family of 4.
Okay, great. So and that's for an entire year. That's
go work out, go swim some laps. Kids can play in the, big pool, whatever, so pretty cool. It's, and that's reasonable. Very reasonable.
That's very reasonable. Absolutely.
I mean, what's less than $100 a month. I mean, you get access to both those places for 4 of you. Yeah, that's a good deal. Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Me too.
I hope everybody gets in there and gets to use it, and lots of community events happening there. That would be really cool. So
yes.
If nothing else, you have to go check it out. Though.
Oh gosh, at least get a
gorgeous.
tour. You're gonna want to be in there all the time. And then what I think is really cool is the after school program that they're able to have in there too. That's really neat. The Stride.
Yeah.
Donna Todd and her team are just taking that leaps and bounds, and really, they had kiddos over the summer. We learned from her. They were doing K through 2, and this year they're doing K through 3, kinder through 3rd grade. And just this summer, she said they bumped up reading points by 11%.
Wow, that's impressive.
That was really cool. And they don't even meet every day. It's not it's I'm going to get this wrong, but I feel like it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday or something like that, where it's a little bit of an after school. It's just a little bump. You get some hands-on. You get someone that's been in the classroom. And so I think that's really neat. And having this facility there in the brand new rec center, that's super cool. Like, I don't know, as a 2nd grader or a 3rd grader, I'd have been like, I get to go and learn. Like, this is awesome. I don't know. It's just neat to even just show up to.
I think one of the neatest things is talking to there's a guy named JD who works for the sports company that is managing both locations. And he manages stuff all over mid-America, basically, like cut America into thirds. He's got like the center of America. It's a huge region, hundreds and hundreds of facilities, and he's just going on about how amazing this place was and how. He's like, I need to go back to my town. Like, we live in a town of 60,000. We have nothing like this. He's like, I need to go back to our town and try to get something going like this. You know? So
it really is special to have here. That's for sure. Yeah. And I know a lot of folks would travel to neighboring communities and take their kiddos to the different rec centers and stuff. Especially, I know the core in Hobbs was a big draw.
Yeah.
Because it is cool. It's fun. And, so now hopefully we've got it right here in our backyard. We can just have it here. So
there you go.
It'll be neat.
Well, what you got on the calendar as far as events go? You said not much this week, which I'm actually kind of thankful for a slow week.
I feel the same way. This week is
sometimes let's just relax a little bit. All right.
Yes. This week is a little bit chill. I was just reading my chamber chat, and there's all the back to school things. Of course, there's the NFL flag football registrations and cheer Oh, sorry. Did that make you?
Yeah. No. That's fine.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Well, good. Cheer registrations, NFL football, flag football registrations and stuff this week. Everyone's kind of getting back in the swing of things. Of course, Friday night's the big Eddy County War.
Yeah.
People are getting ready go grab your Bulldog shirts if you haven't yet. Y'all know Bulldog Outfitters has relocated, so make sure you go find them. But next week, the week of the 27th, 28th, 29th, there's some pretty fun things. So Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday are going to be really fun. So Thursday night, this is you have to RSVP because there's only a certain amount of spots available, and I do know she's already probably 75% full. But there's a charcuterie and champagne night at the country club, and so you buy a ticket. It's open to the public. You don't meaning you don't have to be a member. You buy your ticket for $40. And it's really cool. They have a lady coming to teach you how to build a cool charcuterie board for your family. And then you build it, and then you get to eat it.
Yeah.
And then, or you could take it home as well if you want. And you get a little glass of champagne while you're doing that, and then a little instruction. So that's really cool from a professional. Like I said, seats are limited. So call the country club to reserve. It says that you'll have your choice of cheeses, meats, fruits, and extras, and you learn tips and tricks for creating the perfect board. So that is Thursday night at 5.
Okay.
Then on Friday, First National Bank, that's over here on Main Street.
Main Street, yeah.
Gosh, what's
across
there?
from Schlotzsky's?
908. Yes, across from Schlotzky's. So I always think like that, the one with the really good landscaping.
Yeah.
Yeah. First National Bank of Artesia, they're celebrating 70 years.
Wow.
The whole bank as a whole. And so they're having celebrations all over their locations this coming week, next week. And in Artesia, it will be on Friday the 28th. They are going to, we got to have lunch with them last week, some of the ladies from First National. really sweet ladies, and they're going to have hot dogs, games, giveaways just during the lunch hour. So 11 to 2
Okay.
in their parking lot.
Yeah.
Over there, 908 West Main. First National.
Okay.
70 years.
70 years. There you go. Say with
And then
such
that
seriousness.
I know. That night, the Bulldogs are gone, but they're at Hobbs. So it's an easy trip. Hop over to Hobbs
There
if you
you
want.
go.
Eat some
Yep.
hot dogs at lunch. Go over to Hobbs, watch the game. And then on the 29th, on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
so these guys have been in Artesia before. You might remember them. Hooks and the Huckleberries.
Yep.
They're going to be back at the Ocotillo.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. What time? Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. Doors are at 6.
Yeah.
The show is at 7. The tickets doesn't say the ticket price.
You don't know?
Do you have bets? Let's bet while I pull this up.
$35.
You think? You probably because you had Jessica on here yesterday, didn't
No,
you?
don't. Jessica's on Thursday.
Oh.
The other Jessica's on Thursday.
Oh, we
So-
were way off.
Yeah.
I didn't even guess. I should have.
What was it?
It's $22.95 for general admission, so $23,
Okay.
and $12.33 for 18 and under.
Okay.
I'm guessing that includes like
Most
fees.
events there are $35. So
$35.
$35.
Well, hey, pleasantly surprised. It's $23.
Yeah, $23.
Saved yourself $12.
There you go. Oh, goodness
Hey,
gracious.
don't sneeze. I know you're allergic to savings.
Yeah, I'm allergic to savings.
But yeah, $23, and there is the Pecos Flavors Winery will be there
Yep.
too, so you can have a little cocktail if you'd like.
Okay.
And the live music will start around 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Hooks and the Huckleberries, they're really fun. They have come. Was it Red Dirt Black Gold that they opened a couple years back? I get them all mixed up because they're all just so fun.
So.
But yeah, they
Yeah.
opened out here. But it's gonna be a fun week.
Yeah.
Thursday night, Friday night.
I was like, I started thinking about the timing of it. Is like it's kind of slow. Like last week was kind of slow. This week's slow, and I'm like, what's because they always, it's that time of year. Like I'm leaving tomorrow to go move my kid back into college.
Uh-huh. People are gone.
So,
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's a good thing there's not a whole lot happening this week. Because
Yep.
I would miss it all.
Yes.
Like the Republican meeting, I'm not gonna get to make it this week because
Oh.
I'll be in Lubbock moving my daughter into the dorm, or not the dorms, but her apartment.
Wow.
So, you guys, how old are your kids? Like, are there?
We have a college.
Do you have a college
Uh-huh.
one?
She's starting her 3rd year in college over
mine
in
too, yeah.
Cruces. And then my son is freshman. Just started freshman
Freshman.
year.
Yeah.
So he's at Park.
Wow.
And today is their first soccer games.
Yeah, I saw that JV
mhm.
at 4:00 today
He's
playing
a s-
Hobbs.
Playing Hobbs. He's a soccer dude. So
And that's here.
we're excited.
right?
It's here. Yep.
Yeah.
4 and 6.
Yeah, boys are here. The girls are in Hobbs. I think is the
Is
way I
it?
saw it earlier.
Flip flopped.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So 4:00.
Yeah.
Go watch him play some soccer. Is he excited?
He's excited. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, man, it's been over a year since I played a soccer game because last year, but also it's his first high school game because
Yeah.
he's always been on the youth teams or whatever out at JC Park. So
Oh yeah. So that's
Yeah.
his first stepping into the high
Actual-
school
mhm,
sports.
mhm.
So he's
Yeah.
a soccer guy though.
he has a
He's-
jersey and everything, number 16.
Yeah. Look at that.
My heart belongs to number 16.
You got all the mom stuff.
Uh-huh. I was totally shopping this morning, like soccer mom clothes. What
Soccer
do you
mom
wear?
clothes. You don't have a minivan.
Well, and then I tried to put like soccer mom orange in the search bar because everything
Yeah.
was coming up weird colors that
Yeah.
were not for us, right? But as soon as I did that, then it started sending me all this football gear, and I'm like, no, I said soccer. Soccer was the first of my prompt.
Yeah. That was
Anyway.
the preceding adjective. Okay.
Yeah, come on. Anyway, I'm
So-
excited for him, so it'll be fun.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
yeah, school year's
It's a big-
kicking off. It's
Mhm.
it's time to get going. And what major events do we got this fall to look forward to? Like, I mean, can you think of anything like big that's coming up this
You
fall?
know, fall in Artesia is a major deal, and it usually
Yeah.
kicks off with Clay's Crusher.
Yeah.
That's pretty much our big one. And then, of course, September, there's 2 big events.
Mhm.
And I say 2. One of them is here, obviously, Red Dirt Black Gold at the
Yeah.
end of September, 25th
Yeah.
and 26th. Pecos and the Rooftops. You do not want to miss it.
Who?
It's
What? What'd you
Pecos and the Rooftops is the
Pecos
headline.
and the Rooftops.
Mhm.
I guess I just don't listen to enough music to know a lot of these bands.
They are new and upcoming.
Okay.
They're I also
don't know. Yeah. So,
but I'm excited. I've heard one song that everyone talks about. And then there's another band that's opening, I believe. They're called the Delk Band.
oh yeah, the Delk Band. I know them.
They've been
around
yes.
for a hot minute.
And so what's cool about them that I learned is like their family has been like they're the Delk, like their last name is Delk.
Family, yeah.
And they've been around what I think it was like
Probably,
80 years, 75 years, 100 years.
North of 50. I know
yes,
that.
Yes, north of 50. Let's go with that. I like it. And what I also learned just last week is one of the Delk brothers that's in the band is sort of a up and coming rising star on his own.
Oh, really?
And I was like, he was compared to Cody Johnson 4 years ago. If you're a Cody Johnson fan.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Red, Dirt, Black, Gold. It's 2 nights, 25th and 26th.
Yeah.
They have done
That's a massive
lot.
Event.
Yes, it's a massive event. There's food trucks, there's vendors, there's beer garden, there's, I mean, it's so cool. They just last night cut off food vending applications.
Oh, wow.
They will announce who the food vendors are after they review all the applications. They'll announce those later and let everybody know.
It's that big that like you have to.
There's a wait list.
Yeah, there's a wait list to be a.
It's awesome. It's so cool. And then, but right before that, 2 weeks before that is National Championship Air Races. That's a big deal in Artesia because of 2 things.
Yeah.
Well, 2 things. Yeah. So, okay. The air races are a huge deal in and of themselves, right?
Yeah.
They were in Reno for 60 years and now they're in Roswell. All 7 classes are coming this year. We're trying to make sure that we welcome them with arms open wide. However, it's also homecoming.
I know.
On Friday night.
Crazy.
And it is Our Lady of Grace Fall Fiesta.
Oh, okay.
So they've done Fall Fiesta for many, many, many years. And it's usually that 20th weekend of September. And so it is also again this year.
Yeah.
Which I think will be cool. I feel bad for them. They did finally find hotel rooms for their bands, but it took them a minute because everything's pretty much full that weekend for whether it's for that or for homecoming or for the air races or whatever the case may be. So I think it's going to be a really cool and busy weekend. I think there's lots of live music. They do like when I say Fall Fiesta, it is, what did they tell me yesterday? I feel like it's like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. On that Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is also the same.
Yeah.
And it's until like 7 p.m. or something. But golly, they just go. And it's a great fundraiser for their church. You have a phone call. Who's calling you?
Yeah, I don't know. We ought to call them and put them on
It's the Delk Band. They're going to sing to us. That's so cool. Can we answer it on the air? Are we allowed to?
Well, it's Larry Sontag, so.
Hey, Larry.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has to say. I don't know how to put him on.
Yeah, I'm going to go to commercial break. And
Okay.
We'll come back after
Sounds good.
I missed it.
Oh,
Okay.
He's gone. Larry, sorry we missed you, Larry.
Yeah. Gene, you might want to call him back.
No, it's good. Fall Fiesta is going to be so cool. And I think having live music and having something for even the air race people to come and experience and do after they go to the races, especially on that Saturday, because Sunday is all the championship races.
Yeah,
that's the big day. And so there's going to be an
crazy.
influx of people that are here just like Friday, Saturday, Sunday for that. The races are Wednesday to Sunday. So we'll see an influx. People came early last year and just explored the area for a while. And then, so we started seeing people come in even that Friday before.
Yeah.
And then Labor Day-ish weekend right after that. And then we also had an influx of people that stayed.
Yeah.
And they came after. Oh, there's Larry. Do we need to go to a break and answer it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
See you on the flip side.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic. in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
Start your journey towards a meaningful healthcare career with the Occupational Therapy Assistant Program at ENMU Roswell. With this program, you'll gain hands-on clinical skill development, enjoy small class sizes, and supportive faculty, engage in real-world fieldwork experiences, and prepare for your NBCOT certification. Call 575-624-7266 to learn more, or log on to roswell.enmu.edu. ENMU Roswell. Success starts here. Artesia, it's game time, and Bulldog Outfitters is back and bigger than ever. Now open in their new downtown location at 325 West Main, Bulldog Outfitters is your one-stop shop for everything Bulldog. Locally owned and operated, they've got custom screen printing, embroidery, and all the gear to have you looking like a true Friday night fan. Shirts, hats, spirit wear, if you bleed orange, this is where you suit up. Swing by today or call 575-736-4951 and get game day ready. Bulldog Outfitters, where real fans shop.
It is much easier to prevent business fraud than to clean up the damage after fraudulent activities. First American Bank is committed to introducing the newest technology and treasury management solutions. With First American Bank as your business partner, we can help you with our recommended fraud prevention products and best practices to proactively keep your business finances more secure. Talk to a banker today to find out more. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
Life on a ranch doesn't stop at the front door, and your internet shouldn't either. Smart Ranch extends your existing PVT internet up to a mile across your property, keeping you connected from the house to the barn, the workshop, or bunkhouse. Built tough for the outdoors and designed for wide open spaces, Smart Ranch is a smart solution for rural living. Learn how Smart Ranch can work on your property. Visit pvt.com to get started.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. A little bit of a change in the schedule there, but
that's okay.
You'll help me close out the last 4 minutes,
Sure.
right?
You bet.
Okay.
You bet.
All right. How much do you love living in Artesia?
I love living in Artesia. I really do.
It is cool.
It is really cool. You know,
Now you grew up here, right?
No.
No. Where'd you grow up?
Transplant.
You're a transplant.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on the air. Just kidding. I've said it many times. I am from Roswell.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yes. So in the area, my family still resides up there, and my mom and my brother, and
Let's talk
my
about
aunt.
how much better Artesia is than Roswell. That'll be good. That'll help your family
Sure.
relations.
Okay.
Let's help your family. Mine are in Carlsbad. So.
Okay, so you're about in the same boat
Yeah.
as me. You know, we were talking yesterday about someone's family member had gotten a new Hyundai.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, why would you do that? You live in Carlsbad. There's not a Hyundai. They're like, how are you going to get it serviced? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, Carlsbad doesn't have Hyundai. Roswell has a Hyundai. We were laughing so hard. We're like, okay. But no, I really do really enjoy Artesia. So I obviously grew up there, moved away for college, came back, moved to Denver for a few years, came back. And each time I came back, which was, again, only 2 times, but I felt myself not really fitting in anymore, with old friends, having a hard time making new friends. It was just odd and different. And I was in a different stage of life than other people. And so when I moved here, I was immediately welcomed, and I'm going to give her a shout out because she's awesome, by the Artesia Main Street director at the time, Elizabeth Jackson. She lived across the street from me. And she just was like, oh, you're going to love it here. It's so great, blah, blah, blah. This is this and this is that. And she just I immediately, we connected and we fit right in, and we're still neighbors to this day, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And we call each other for any little thing, like, oh, hey, there's a package on my front porch. Are you home? Yeah. Cool. Throw it inside, whatever. Or what, can you water my plants? We're out of town. Can you feed my dog? I'm out of town. Whatever. We're the cup of sugar type of neighbors, right? And I absolutely fell in love with that. And I was like, oh man, this is where I think I need to be. I mean, I had the same epiphany in college. Went to UNM for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, it was 9/11. And there were riots up and down Central. There was just like picketing everywhere. It was terrible. There was like spray painted things on the ground. Like often there was like chalk drawings all over, for different things, but spray painted, come on. Anyways, it was terrible. So we transferred to Tech, and that was my epiphany. I literally drove into town and was like, I'm home.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt here.
Yeah.
So
Lubbock and
I do
Artesia
love
are
it.
very, very connected.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do. I just feel at home. I feel like people have welcomed me, and now I get the chance to welcome others being in the chamber seat. So it's a really great.
The face of Artesia.
Oh, well, sorry to let you down.
No, it's after living away and kind of living all over the world for 25 years, to come back here, it's kind of a breath of fresh air. It is a small town, and you got to make those small town adjustments. But man, it's just so welcoming. It's just a great place to live.
It really is welcoming. That's the biggest thing that people are like, well, that we don't have like what to do in Artesia, right? And so we're like, the people. That's what makes it.
It is
awesome.
All right, thanks for listening, Artesia, and we'll be back right after this with Carla Sontag.
This is KSVP and K229AS Artesia.
Cleanup is underway across parts of the country battered by days of deadly and destructive storms. 7 deaths in Indiana, 1 in West Virginia. And Hawaii is starting down the long road to recovery following a powerful tropical storm.
Lala never made landfall, but even as it weakened from a hurricane to a tropical storm, it lashed Hawaii with intense rainfall and flash flooding, from Honolulu to the Big Island, where communities in the southern end were cut off from communication and roads blocked by debris. Officials announced 1 fatality, a 90-year-old woman found dead in Naalehu. Hawaiian Electric said more than 100,000 customers were without power as of Monday afternoon, Lala's winds took down trees, utility poles, and transmission towers. I'm Ben Thomas.
South Korean President Lee Jae-myung says a solid alliance with the United States underpins national security. His remarks follow President Trump's order to substantially reduce military exercises with South Korea. Although a 60-day window for talks with Iran over the Strait of Hormuz has now closed, President Trump insists that nothing is set in stone.
According to Fox News, Trump claimed that the 60-day deadline was irrelevant because there was no timeline and that the U.S. has a back channel for talks with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard.
Correspondent Luke Garrett, President Trump says the U.S. has no talks planned with Iran, but he's insisting the Strait of Hormuz is operating despite limited traffic. The United Nations reports nearly 17,000 Ukrainian civilian deaths since Russia invaded Ukraine in early 2022. On Wall Street this morning, stocks are in the red. The Dow is down about 61 points, while the Nasdaq is off 367 and the S&P 49 points lower. More on these stories, townhall.com.
When it comes to our cars, those infotainment screens, turbos, advanced transmissions, and cameras are all great until they fail. And if your car is out of warranty, repairing them can cost thousands. I'm Danica Patrick. If your car is less than 20 years old, no matter the mileage, make sure you're covered for auto repair bills with an auto protection plan from Endurance. They've paid out hundreds of millions in claims and helped drivers with plans that cover engine, drivetrain, electrical system, transmission, and more. Endurance gives you straightforward claims processing and direct payment to your certified mechanic. And your rate won't go up no matter how many claims you file. When your check engine light comes on, don't ignore it because you're worried about a big auto repair bill. Call Endurance and choose the plan that's right for you. Act now and get 1 year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
For your free quote, call 800-292-8705. 800-292-875. 800-292-8705.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurance.com.
Brazil's president is applauding the discovery of oil near the country's Amazon coast.
President Lula is seeking re-election in October, and he's often keen to portray himself as a protector of the environment. That image jars with the sight of him dressed in orange overalls, brandishing a vial of oil and declaring, "It smells so good." Mr. Lula was celebrating the discovery of new reserves by the state energy firm near the mouth of the Amazon River. He wants Brazil to phase out fossil fuels, but insists it still needs oil revenues to fund the transition to clean energy. More exploration is needed to establish just how much oil is buried deep beneath the sea and how much money Brazil could earn.
The BBC's Rory Callamore. Belgium is battling one of its largest wildfires despite cooler temperatures and some rain. The blaze is moving toward Germany. It has burned roughly 12 square miles. Firefighters from several countries are assisting, but some areas are still inaccessible. News and analysis, townhall.com. A judge has halted efforts to relocate FBI headquarters to a D.C. office building.
The judge ruled President Trump's administration illegally discarded a previously approved plan to build a new facility in Maryland. A site in Greenbelt, Maryland was chosen during former President Biden's administration. But Trump appointees sought to reverse that decision last year in favor of repurposing the Ronald Reagan Building, a federal office complex a few blocks from the FBI's existing headquarters. Maryland and Prince George's County filed the suit. The Maryland location was selected over Virginia following an intense competition between the two states. Mike Hempen, Washington.
As the primary season nears its end, attention turns to key states, including Florida, Wyoming, California, and Alaska. Today's primaries highlight Republican-led redistricting and battles between Democrat establishment candidates and progressives. Townhall.com.
As KSVP celebrates 80 years of broadcasting in 2026, one of our longest-running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, a new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751. Good morning, Artesia. It's Tuesday, August 18th, the 9 o'clock hour. I'm your host, Scott Pettis. And as promised, we're now joined on the phone by Miss Carla Sontag, who's the founder and president and CEO of Rebound New Mexico. Good morning, Carla. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show with us today. And you're coming to town, I guess, for Thursday night, and so tell us a little bit about what you're bringing to us.
Well, I'm actually going to be down there for a couple of days in the southern part of the state. I am bringing information about what's going on at the state level that many people don't realize. You know, we've all been enthralled with the news in New York and Minnesota about the takeover of socialists and Marxists and progressives, but unfortunately it is happening in New Mexico, and a lot of people don't realize that. And with the upcoming election, I think it's really timely that people understand what's happening and how critical this upcoming election is for our state.
Absolutely, yeah. You're coming to talk, and really, from what I can tell, is you're going to kind of try to pull the veil back on the Emerge deal, the Emerge candidates that we have here in this state.
Yes, you know, it's been in operation in New Mexico. This is a nationwide group. It recruits and trains progressive women and non-binary people, however they define that. But they've trained in New Mexico over 400 people.
Okay.
We have 27 in the state House. 25 in the House, 7 in the state Senate. Now, you've got some great representation down there, but we're seeing the creep come in because one of the progressives have taken a seat on the Chaves County School Board.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we're not immune from that. It's coming.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, it's been in Santa Fe, Albuquerque. They took over Las Cruces a few years ago at every level. Las Cruces is fighting to get their town back, and it's a battle. And so the best thing is not to let them have it in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think knowledge is king, and when people understand what's happening, how Emerge works, why they do, what their motivations are, it helps us to be informed to fight back.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Carly, you started Better Together New Mexico back in 2020 when we were when the curtain was pulled back and we all kind of started to see what was really going on. Tell us a little bit about that organization and what you guys are doing.
Yes, that was founded during the COVID lockdown, and it was watching people from around the state very frustrated with that, knowing there was a better path forward. So I started organizing like-minded groups, and today we have over 140 groups throughout the entire state. They're in every county, and these are people, they're doing their own thing. They have their own lane, so we have people that work on homeschooling, people who work on gun rights, the whole gamut.
Mm-hmm.
But we come together, we meet the leadership of all of these organizations. We meet on a monthly basis, talk about those issues that are common to all of us. And that is, again, the spread of socialism, and now actually communism is what they're talking about. And then we talk about what are we going to do about it. And so we have an outreach through all these organizations to about 300,000 New Mexicans, which is huge. And these are people who are engaged, who are listening and learning, and they're standing up. And, it's making a big difference, Scott, in our state. We're late to the game. The other side has been organized for decades in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
But it's never too late to start going in the right direction.
Yeah, we do need to realize as those on the conservative side of the table, they are far better equipped and trained in organizing communities for action than we are, and they put a lot more. I want to say than everybody, but as a larger organization, they really do put a lot of effort into bringing those organizations to bear in the public and into the political sphere.
They absolutely do, but I'll tell you what, they've got a run for their money now because we are there. During legislative sessions, we do automated calls to action. We've had literally millions of emails go to legislators in support or opposition to legislation they're looking at. We've got more people showing up in person and via Zoom to testify. And so the progressives in Santa Fe, they don't like it, and they're trying to find a way to shut us down. They try to block us, but we're still showing up, and it is making a huge difference. Yeah,
absolutely. Tell people a little bit, if they want to be involved, or if they just, because you guys are a great source of information about what's going on. Lots of, because, conservative causes are not going to make it into our standard media. And so sometimes you got to go look for that information. Tell people how they can get involved or get connected with you guys to understand more.
Yes, we would love to have you join us. There's no cost to sign up for our emails. We send them out once a week. So we're not going to overload you. We never sell, trade, or give away the information that you provide to us. But you can sign up at bettertogethernewmexico.org. And New Mexico needs to be spelled out, bettertogethernewmexico.org. Or you can call our office at 505-836-4223. We'd love to have you getting our emails and staying informed so that you, too, can take action when it's necessary, because together we're going to take back our state.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just, we got a few more minutes. Let's shift back to the Emerge piece. And I'll throw out a little bit of a primer on it. I think is that I don't think a lot of people realize that the left is very good at manipulating language, and they go as far as they think they can. So when they were just Democrats, they were actually socialists, but they wouldn't use the word. And now that socialists become acceptable, they're actually communists, but they're going to call themselves socialists because communist is not an acceptable word. Tell us a little bit of what's behind the facade of this Emerge group and what they're actually trying to accomplish.
Yes, that's a really good question. So their organization is pushing socialism. So to do that, they will recruit, train, and get elected women and non-binaries that will serve in office and follow their principles. Their principles are what is pushing us to larger government, takeover of our families. That's where this universal child care came into play. They're looking for universal income. There's all of these different programs that they want that is on their agenda that they're pushing for. And what they will do is once they get somebody in office, there are groups, and we're going to be looking at this coming up, where the money comes from. And so money is pouring into New Mexico from out of state, from billionaires and other organizations who are funding this initiative. So they've got endless money. We don't in fighting back, but we do what we can. So as they work on these things and they pay these legislators to get these things done, they pay their activists to show up and testify, and we don't pay our activists. This is something, it's a heart movement. People do it of their own free will. But here's the catch. If a candidate doesn't toe the line for that Emerge agenda, they'll be primaried and taken out. And a case in point, just in this last primary, Marion Matthews would sometimes vote for a pro-business thing, or she supported the fix to the medical malpractice. They took her out in the primary, and that's what they do. They'll take out moderate Democrats and replace them with progressives, and that's why we've got this growing number of them in Santa Fe. So while you are not, nobody's immune to it, you're safe right now because you've got great leadership in your elected officials, but it's something not to take for granted, and it's something that your people, if they turn out to vote in big numbers, can greatly influence the statewide races and your congressional districts. So we can get better governor and secretary of state and on down the line. And that's what we're really pushing for, because this is how we're going to fight back at this time.
Yeah. I was trying to pull up, see if they, like, hey, you got Democrats, all the other parties tend to have a statement, right? Or position paper or anything like that. I was trying to pull up some of their stuff. But really it just seems to be, they say, well, we're just Democrats. It's Democrat women. This is empowering Democrat women is kind of their deal. But I did notice, like you said, they've added the non-binary in there. I don't remember that in the past, but it seems to be, all over their stuff now. But it seems to me they're just trying to tap into a resource of people that they can, train up and go, hey, this is what you believe. This is everything we're going to fight for. And then basically fund every bit of it so that they can have those people fighting against all that stuff. And like you said, they're calling in, or they're coming up and they're fighting against bills that we need and everything else. So though we say we're immune to it down here, I mean, no, we're not probably going to elect an Emerge candidate anytime soon here in Artesia or Carlsbad area. But everything they're pushing up there in Santa Fe is highly affects us in every way. And so what kind of actions can we take to, I don't know, I don't say to expose, but because they hide behind that term Democrat, but what they're pushing is not your standard blue dog Democrat type stuff. It's the far left socialist stuff. How can we get word out about that?
Well, the easiest way, I've written 4 articles, and they are posted on the website at bettertogethernewmexico.org. They are pinned at the top of the news section, and I would encourage people to read those and share them because that is the best way to educate people about what is happening in the state. Knowledge is power, and so people need to understand that. The other thing is, excuse me, we need to get your people in particular to turn out for the election. Mm-hmm. A lot of times in your area, there's a lower turnout, especially in the non-presidential elections. And this is the time to really turn out because you have the power. I've been looking at the numbers, Scott, and if the people down in that whole southeastern portion of the state, if you turn out in numbers and vote, you can greatly influence these statewide elections. That's part of my motivation to come down there and let you feel the love I have in my heart for you because I need you. We all need you. We need you to vote. It's so critical, and this is not the time to sit at home. So share the articles at bettertogethernewmexico.org on Emerge so that people will truly understand. I mean, I call them out as socialists. I don't sugarcoat what is happening. There will be more articles coming. I don't do them every week, but I'm going to shift from Emerge to some of the other groups that are coming against our conservative values.
Great.
And then I will be looking at funding.
Okay. Yeah, I wholeheartedly connect with you on that thing is if people don't get out and vote, they will outvote us up north. And you will be subject to everything that the north part of the state wants. And that's where we're going to be stuck. So it's always powers and numbers, and just trying to encourage people to get everyone else involved, and not just. I think it's because a lot of people go, well, we know our candidate's going to win down here, or we know that, stuff like that. Well, everybody down here is going to vote this way, so what does it matter? We already know that person's going to win down here. But it's those statewide elections and what's happening up north, and getting the right people in to fight against this.
That's exactly right. And do you know there are 2 Emerge candidates in the Supreme Court? One of them is up for retention. So that's yet another reason to vote.
Yeah.
And then, if that's not enough, legislative pay is also on the ballot. And all of your representatives and senators voted against that. But, of course, the progressives carried it, and now it's going on the ballot. And they have, I've got a chart that's posted on our website, so you can see a logical explanation. It's a comparison of New Mexico with all the surrounding states. And we've got the highest per diem. They would have the second highest salary. They've got pension. And so they're making a lot of money when they say they're not paid. But then I also compare it to New Hampshire, who has none of that. They only get paid mileage. They get $100 a year, no paid staff. So it's all relative about should we pay our legislators. I don't have a problem with them being paid.
Yeah.
But they're already paid in a lot of ways.
Right. Yeah. Well, Carla, look forward to, I will not be in town, but I know everyone else is looking forward to hearing you speak on Thursday night, and encourage people here in town, go out to the Republican meeting on Thursday night and hear what she has to say and tell us all about. So, but we thank you so much for calling in and letting us know about this.
Well, thanks for having me, Scott. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I just so look forward to seeing your people down there. I'll be in Jow on Wednesday.
Okay.
And Hobbs also on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'm in Carlsbad and Artesia. So anytime down there, I'd love to see anybody. And thank you for the opportunity to talk with your folks this morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Carla, and I hope you have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. You too.
All right. God bless.
Bye-bye.
We have
that upper-level high-pressure system over Texas, and that's covering all of eastern New Mexico, too. We're headed for about 100 on today's high and lots of sunshine. Overnight will be clear, lows near 70, and then we're in the low 100s for the high on Wednesday and Thursday. And we're expecting a lot of sunshine, getting pretty hot by Friday and through the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia, Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Do you have missing teeth or would like them replaced? If you think dental implants are not affordable, think again. At Maupin & Brown Dentistry, their goal has always been to provide the highest quality dentistry in a state-of-the-art office at a reasonable price. They routinely treat patients that have traveled out of town for a consultation but cannot afford the treatment quoted. If this sounds like your story, come in today. As one of New Mexico's largest users of the world-class Nobel implants, they're able to purchase in volume and pass the savings on to you. So if you're missing a tooth or have loose dentures, call today for a free evaluation, which includes a free 3D x-ray. You'll be given treatment options and an honest evaluation with no hard sell, no arm twisting. But don't take our word for it. Just ask one of the thousands of patients they've treated. Maupin & Brown Dentistry, your choice for experienced, affordable, state-of-the-art dentistry. Call 627-0141 or visit maupinbrown.com.
Let's see what's at the cow. Autumn, Christmas, and holiday fabrics are here. The Calico Cow is your dealer for handy quilter, brother, and baby lock machines, and they service and repair most models. It's time to create. Sign up now for our classes and follow Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop on Facebook for updates and creation ideas. Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come to the cow.
Eddy County CASA court-appointed special advocates. Their mission is to advocate for the best interests of abused and neglected children in the court system. They do this through the recruitment, training, and support of effective volunteer advocates like you. Do you have the time to be an advocate for children in need in Eddy County? Learn more and get involved. Visit eddycountycasa.org today. Invest in CASA's mission and the children they serve.
Your business runs year-round. So does ours. Block Advisors at H&R Block provides small business expertise beyond just taxes. From post-tax filing support to payroll and bookkeeping, we are always in your corner through tax day and every day, all year long. Because your passion never takes a day off. Let's talk business. Schedule an appointment today at blockadvisors.com/smallbiz or 502 West Texas Avenue, Suite A, Artesia.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpening & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpening & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
All right, Artesia. We're now joined by the song just kept going by Mr. Aaron Irving. I was like, looked over, I was like, oh, it's only got like 6 seconds, but I was like, that was a long 6 seconds. So, Oh man, how you doing this morning, bud?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Hey, I'm pumped up and ready. It's football week. It's time to start some football. Eddie County Wars. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think about this morning. I can't even think about anything else. So, oh goodness. Hey, you got a good joke for me this morning? Maybe that'll get my brain going.
Yeah. Now I'll give you a choice here. You want like a medium to short one or a long joke today?
Let's take the medium short one.
Okay. Man calls the newspaper to publish an obituary notice for his wife. Jeremiah, hello, this is Jeremiah. I want to publish an obituary notice for my wife, Rachel. Agent says, well, hello, Jeremiah. How would you like for the notice to read? Do you have any words in mind? Rachel is dead. That should be enough. Sir, you can write more. It's the same price. Oh, okay. My wife, Rachel, is dead. Sir, it's the same price up to 9 words. Are you sure you don't want to add more? A few moments of pause there, and then he said, my wife, Rachel, is dead. Ford Fiesta for sale.
Oh, my goodness. Simple men. Simple men. Yeah. 2 for the price of 1 right there, you know?
Right.
Saving some money. All right, man. Well, let's hear that market report. I'm interested where things are at.
All right. This is Aaron Irving with LPL Financial, member of FINRA and the SIPC, bringing you your mid-morning stock market report for Tuesday, August the 18th. Stocks are lower this morning, pressured by a run in sovereign bond yields to multi-decade highs amid concerns of persistent inflation and elevated oil prices. A pullback in semiconductor stocks also weighed on the broader market. The S&P 500 was down 0.5%, while the NASDAQ Composite was 1.3% lower, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average traded just below the flat line. The U.S. 30-year Treasury bond yield was last trading at levels not seen in nearly 2 decades. The yield yesterday hit its highest level since June of 2007. Elsewhere, Japan's 10-year bond yield reached its highest level in 3 decades, while Germany's 30-year bond yield hit its highest level since 2011, and the French government 30-year bond yield reached its highest point since 2008. Global yields have been rising as of late as investors worry that oil prices could stay higher, with negotiations between Iran and the U.S. stalling. U.S. crude rose yesterday, climbed nearly 1% today to trade above $85 a barrel. Hopes for an end to the Middle East conflict continue to fade today after President Trump said in a Truth Social post today the U.S. is not currently engaging in any talks or conversations with Iran, nor are there any scheduled. He also said the naval blockade remains in full force and effect. Currently, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 137 points at 53,322. The S&P 500 is 43 points lower at 7,701, and the NASDAQ Composite is off 320 points at 26,324. West Texas Intermediate crude is up 89 cents a barrel at $85.39. Stocks of local interest, HF Sinclair is up 20 cents a share at $95.19. Walmart is $1.44 higher at $115.77 a share. Duke Energy is up $1.19 a share at $124.75, and Apple is $4.70 higher at $310.29 a share. This is Aaron Irving with Oakley & Irving Wealth Management, serving business owners and energy industry professionals in the Pecos Valley and beyond. You can find us at oiwealth.com or at our offices in Artesia and Carlsbad. You can call us at 575-887-7075. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Securities are offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA, the SIPC.
All right, man. It's still going.
Still going.
Oil's up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's always good for here.
The providers are up, yeah.
So, and the companies are up. So, hey, so it's funny because you can tell when the media starts to get fatigued about covering any one story. Like, they really hardly even talk about what actually is happening in Iran or, any of the actual negotiations or any of that. So I do got to talk about for a few minutes about the one thing that I have seen in the media that is driving me nuts.
Okay.
And that's the sailors on is it the Enterprise? No, it's not the Enterprise. The Abraham Lincoln. And they're complaining about the food and the toilets are broke and and all this and that. And Joey Jones came on and basically like, what's wrong with you people? Is he throws it out there. And I have to say, man, I am fully in Joey Jones's corner because I've been on ship and I've been on shore, and I'll take being on ship comfort wise any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Okay. Even when the food's not great, when the food's starting to get low, I think the longest at sea I ever did without replenishment was like 30, 40 days, and that's without replenishment, that's like, and so like we're getting down to the bottom, the lettuce is kind of brown, it's like, okay, you're still getting fed and you're in a big metal box that even if they shoot rockets at you, it's highly unlikely, like you're pretty much safe.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than living in a wood hut in the dirt in the middle of Iraq.
MREs if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you might get lucky if you get a Chili Mac MRE that day, and mortars are falling around you, and your plywood hut's not going to stop them.
Right.
And and then someone pointed out, like, come on, the guys who fought in past wars were there for a year and plus. And you've been out for 265 days, 270 days, I think now is right around where they're at. Yeah, it's a very long deployment.
Yeah, you got the guys that were in the Ardennes forest in the wintertime.
Yeah, soldiers and sailors of the past are laughing at you right now. Please stop. Yeah. That's my take on this whole thing. It's just, there's a human cost, and sometimes the human cost is kind of misery.
Yeah. I saw a meme the other day. It was like they were on the ship and somebody said, "Johnny, your mom's on CNN again."
Yeah, exactly. That's what it comes down to. One phrase that I was taught early on and has always driven most of my life is embrace the suck. All right. What makes you successful in the military is having the capability to embrace the suck. It's not going to be fun, and like
you didn't stand for rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. And I don't blame the individual sailors. I don't blame the Navy. I don't, and like I said, or make fun of them. It's certain people, and it's a certain mindset that's crept into society, that everything at all the times should be comfortable and amenable to me. Even war. Like, this war is just too much work, Come on, man.
We're going to give up.
Like, okay. I'm sorry you're not in port in Australia right now, so. Anyway.
Yeah, the sad thing is probably only, a couple of people complaining, having problems. Which you're going to have that on any ship when you're out there, but all the people that are on that ship that are doing their job, not complaining, it makes them look bad, and that's the disappointing thing.
Yeah, it really, really does, man. It's pitiful. So, all right, buddy. Well, thank you so much for joining us, man, and you have a good week, and I'll see you next week. I'm headed out of town. No, my vacation's not quite as cool as yours. I get to go to Lubbock.
You're not going to go on to San Diego and watch the ball game with your underwear.
Next best thing, Lubbock, moving my daughter in. So, all right, man.
Well, have a good one. Safe travels.
You too, brother. Take care and God bless.
You too.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The cleanup's underway across parts of the country, pounded by days of deadly and destructive storms. 7 deaths in Indiana, 1 in West Virginia. Forecasters are warning that more severe weather is not out of the question, at least in the short term. Hawaii starting down the long road to recovery following powerful tropical storm Lala blamed for one death on Hawaii. South Korea's president says a solid alliance with the United States underpins national security. His remarks follow President Trump's order to substantially reduce joint military exercises with South Korea. And although a 60-day window for talks with Iran over the Strait of Hormuz is now closed, President Trump insists that nothing has been set in stone. On Wall Street, the Dow is down about 66 points, NASDAQ off 284. More details, srnnews.com.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We've often used the example of Nancy Pelosi. She lives in this very expensive, multi-million-dollar mansion in this prestigious part of San Francisco. And about a mile away is one of these open-air drug dens where people are defecating on the streets. And then on about a mile on the other side of this drug den, this hellhole where people are openly shooting up, defecating in the streets, urinating in the streets, and all this is her office. So here she lives in this very wealthy neighborhood, gated community, of course, because they want to be protected from those lunatics in case they walk by. They can't get in. And I'm sure there's top-notch security for her and her neighbors.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
For generations, American retirement relied on a stable, three-legged stool. Now, that's pension, Social Security, personal savings. Now, to be honest, that stool kind of looks to be broken. If you are near retirement age, relying solely on paper assets could possibly put your lifestyle at risk. I put a portion of my portfolio into physical gold and silver, and you know what? It's a time-tested way for me and helped me to fortify a lot of the money that I was trying to save when I finally was able to save money. Now I only go to one gold company. It's Goldco. They're also our partners, but I'm also a customer, and they can show you how to get properly diversified just like they have helped me. They will offer you their free gold and silver kit today to see where you stand. Then look into their special offer where you can get up to an extra 10% in free silver just for getting started. Goldco, the real deal. Don't wait. Call now, 855-815-GOLD, 855-815-GOLD.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have that upper-level high-pressure system over Texas, and that's covering all of eastern New Mexico, too. We're headed for about 100 on today's high and lots of sunshine. Overnight will be clear, lows near 70, and then we're in the low 100s for the high on Wednesday and Thursday. And we're expecting a lot of sunshine, getting pretty hot by Friday and through the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. Our weather is still hot. Dave, I looked at my 10-day, and that's the lowest temperature
Holy
that we get for the next 10 days. 100 in Hobbs, 101 in Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. Holding steady at 100. You know, what does the kids say? That's 100. No, that's the temperature right now.
We had a bonus on the test. We
Bonus
got
on the
101.
test. Got 101.
Golly.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude. So Dave McGoy decided to pop in on us, the pastor of United Methodist.
No, just First Methodist.
First Methodist Church. Yeah, I was like, I got it backwards. They got rid of that part.
Just First Methodist.
Yeah. They're no longer united at all.
Yeah.
We're
global.
They're the divided Methodist.
Global Methodist.
Global Methodist.
Global Methodist.
Yeah, they went from just a small unity to global. Yeah, you guys are global Methodists now. It's rough, man. And it's hard to explain to people unless they're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you have to do it. But then you're like, I'm going to spend the next 5 years explaining this.
Yeah, thanks. This will help a bunch. I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm going through it too.
Yeah. Are you mad?
I'm like, hey, are you guys still Presbyterian? Yes, small p press. I don't have time to give a class.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. It's the easy answer.
Yeah. Oh goodness, man. So you guys got an event coming up.
Yeah. So I want to get on because we're kind of open to anybody that wants to come. It's August 30th.
Yeah.
5 to 7 p.m. We're doing a block party. And it'll just
August
be
30th. Okay.
You know, it'll be in front of the church. We're blocking the street off. We're gonna have some Cody Hendricks Fabricators Feast food trailer is going to be there for barbecue, and then we got Bailey Doolittle's going to have her lemonade stand there. And guess what? You don't have to pay for any of it. You can just come and eat and hang out. We're going to have games. We're going to have water slides for the kids, so make sure that they dress appropriate as far as being able to get wet.
Yeah.
Bring a towel and just have a good time of fellowship and fun.
Slip and slide right down the middle of Grand Street. Road rash right at the end.
I mean, we're going to have a ATV pulling you. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. But
it's a redneck block party.
Yes. Mississippi roots there, buddy. And so I just want to get on and come invite everybody to come to it.
Man.
It'll be just a good time of egg
what time
toss.
you guys start?
5 o'clock.
5
so
p.m.
It'll be 5 to 7 p.m.
in the evening. All right. I'll make sure I let the church
so
know.
It'll be hot, but not near as hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully.
No, it's the hottest part of the day. I was looking at the
water
hourly-
slides.
That's why. Can the adults do the water slides too?
Yeah, because we'll have one for the smaller kids, and then we have one of those big ones.
Oh, like the inflatable water slide things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll have some games and ice cream. We're going to do homemade ice cream and everything. So
yeah, and then Dave will preach for only 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, just 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours, not a big deal.
No.
No. If you want to hear that, you come in the morning.
Yeah, you come in the morning. And even the morning is not 2 or 3 hours, so you're safe there too. I always tell when I was going to speak somewhere, somebody asked me, like I did the retired teachers.
Yeah.
Said the most dangerous thing you can do is give a preacher a microphone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We can't shut up, man. We love the sound of our own voice. I get to hear it in my ears all morning.
Yeah, I know. And they're like, no, you got 15 minutes. We'll cut you off. So I was like, okay.
There you go.
So I just wanted to get on here and invite everybody to come to it. It's called the Fan Block Party. And just a time for a community to get together.
Awesome. So August 30th, that is not this Sunday, but the following Sunday.
Yes.
5 to 7 p.m. Head on over to
500 West Grand.
500 West Grand.
Right.
We're the next block
over.
Right next to you. Are we allowed? I mean, we're in the next block
100%.
over.
100%. Come on over. Everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be great, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
So,
how are things over next door to me
right now? They're good. They're good. We're just getting, school getting started, and so it's gotten busier across the street with Central, and so it's good. It's good to see that, and had a good time. We went over and handed out donuts to the kids, and so we figured we'd give when they were going into school.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's fun.
we thought, give them a bunch of sugar before they have to go in there and sit down. But no,
you're welcome, teachers.
Yeah, you're welcome. They came and got some too, so they were right in on it.
Teachers.
But no, it's good. It's good to see life over there.
Yeah,
and to see that, and so and then just getting ready for the school year of everything going on.
Yeah, yours is a
junior.
I was gonna thought she was a senior this year.
Yeah, she's a junior. So
volleyball's kicking off. When's their first game?
First game will be the 25th in Carlsbad.
In Carlsbad.
And I think our first home game's the 1st.
Okay. All right. So volleyball's kicking off.
Yeah.
You still in charge of volleyball boosters?
Yes.
He said reluctantly.
Yes, until graduation. Yeah, I did get the correct dates. Hey, Jeff gave me a thumbs up. I got the correct dates.
Yeah, I never get the correct dates. That's why he's saying that. So I always throw out the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah,
man.
just they're excited. I think it'll be a fun season, and
so
I think they're just ready to start playing.
Yeah. So great. What you preaching on right now?
Just doing life outside of church.
There you go.
Where the church isn't confined to a building.
Exactly. I like that. That's some good stuff.
Taking on that opportunity. And
any one particular section of scripture, or you just kind of
just jumping around. Actually, this week I used Proverbs.
Somewhere in there. I never remember addresses, man.
I'm
either. Horrible.
And
I have ordination exams coming up in 2 weeks, and that's the part that scares me. They're like, well, we're in scripture to say this. I'm like the preacher in the book of Hebrews. Somewhere it is written. Somewhere it is written this.
I usually say in the Bible.
In the Bible, it says this.
But no, we were talking about the right. You know how the righteous man falls 7 times and gets up. Yeah. You know that we're called to get up.
Yeah.
And we get up through the power of Christ. And
yeah.
You know, when we're out and about, that we need to live that out. And so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't let life get you down, man.
You're going to get knocked down. Jesus tells us in the Bible somewhere.
Yeah,
he says
in the Bible
there will be tribulation.
There will be tribulation. Yeah.
New Testament Matthew.
There you go. You got at least get the right testament.
I remember my first church in Texline, Texas.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine that had come up to preach for a youth weekend, and he's standing up there and he looks at me and goes, David, where does it say in the Bible? And I'm going, dude, I can't believe that you just called me out in front of my first church, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
but
goodness.
How's the other thing going with you?
Good, man. Just plugging along at the ordination exams, and it's intense.
I bet it is.
Yeah, yeah. How long has it been? How long since you went through all that?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I got it a year before.
He's almost recovered.
Yeah, I'm almost recovered. Yeah, it was. I mean, mine was just mainly just the seminary part that was just kind of.
Yeah. No, and it's been 5 years since I completed seminary. 6 years since I completed seminary, and here I am trying to write on the ontological and economic trinity, and and trying to tie that to oh goodness, man, it's a lot.
I almost did not get through seminary because of one class, my ethics class.
Yeah,
because my teacher was just. I was a white male, and she did not like that. And so, and I'm going, I can't help it.
I tried.
And she.
I identify as.
Yeah. and so she started in on me. I said, look, I am Irish.
Yeah.
And I'm Native American.
Yeah.
I said.
Hey, does that help?
Yeah. I even have a card that says I'm Native American.
I got my genealogy back. I'm very multicultural.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Irish, Scottish, and British.
Oh my goodness! I want to do that.
It was interesting to get back.
Who'd you go through?
I don't remember which one it was. I don't know, mygenealogy.com. I have no clue.
Yeah, I thought about doing that just to see.
Yeah.
If how what it really is, but I know I'm Irish, and I know I have Native American.
Yeah, there you go. So,
and I don't look like either one.
I definitely have more Irish traits than anything else, but I didn't get the ginger hair from the Scott side.
I do in my beard. And, I mean,
you got a little ginger going
on.
And the
McGoy, I mean that.
Yeah.
I guess McGoy means horseman. So I guess we rode horses.
You were just in charge of the stable.
Yeah,
you didn't get to ride them.
I don't doubt that. Yeah, that's why we left.
Yeah, we're out of here. Yeah. No, that's I've traced my family lineage back, and it's all poor Irish, Scottish guys just get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can trace my family in America all the way back to the 1600s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and just and then that's the funny part is when you start going, well, I think I'm just American. I don't think oh, we want to tie ourselves back to Europe or whatever continent. I'm just American.
Yeah, I'm just American.
I think after about 350 years, we can just say we're Americans.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, it was either my second or third great grandfather was a chief of a Choctaw tribe in Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chief Goodman. Seriously,
there you go.
That's his name.
Oh goodness.
But,
nope, none of that in my family lineage at all.
Yeah.
I was trying to think what else to talk about. So, yeah, I joked a little bit earlier. I'm hoping to have an interview here coming up in the next month or two with some guys out of the new denomination we're going into.
Okay.
Because we're going through what you guys did.
Oh yeah.
Last year. So we're in the process of joining a new denomination, abandoned one because it went woke. You know? And we're like, no.
Is that process pretty?
It's not hard. it's just a very long process.
Is it expensive?
No, it doesn't cost. I mean, other than going to the meetings and sending people to Presbyterians, and we go to General Council this year, which is like the nationwide or the worldwide meeting of the denomination.
Where's that?
Nashville.
Oh,
so I'll be headed to Nashville the last week of September. Like me, the elders, the deacons, all our families. Like we've got one big,
that's cool.
like 2 big condos right next to each other and all that. We're gonna go hang out. And
you ever been to Nashville?
I've stopped there and stayed there a night. Really, is all I can say. I've never explored the town. I've never seen any of Nashville, but
a long time ago. I don't know what it's like. I mean, a long time ago. I mean, it's a cool little.
Did they allow Georgians to go into Tennessee? I thought that was like a.
Well, since I'm Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. I always get it wrong. Either way, you guys are all like, they should just make one state down there called the South.
The South.
The South.
It's a neat little town. I mean, there's lots to do, and good food and.
Yeah, we went to Memphis a couple years ago, and that place is wild. Yeah. They're like, this part of town you don't go in.
So, it's bad.
Yeah, but no, I'm looking forward to going to Nashville, getting to see a little bit. It'll be mainly meetings all week long.
When is it? What time of year?
September 28th through October 1st. Yeah,
that might still be a little warm.
Yeah, probably. Get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that humidity on.
Yeah. You said something the other day that made me spit out as I was drinking something.
What was that?
You were talking about the humidity.
And
you said, "Man, it's really high. It's 70%. It's really high around here." I'm going, "Holy, it's 110 in Mississippi right now."
I was talking comparative to New Mexico.
That's
okay?
true.
For desert, that's a high. Now, hey, I've lived in Okinawa, Japan, where the humidity is 110% every day.
We went to Boston for a mission trip this summer, and I could not quit sweating.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just a constant. It was just cold water anywhere I could get it. It was miserable.
Yeah.
But,
oh man.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, relative. I mean, it
relative,
was.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh. I was like, good night. 70% is great.
Oh, I know. Living in North Carolina and Okinawa, I would have killed for 70% humidity.
Yeah. I can remember there was several Christmases in Mississippi where it was 98 degrees and 100 humidity. And it was
it's horrible.
Miserable.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, I guess I could get used to it.
Thank the Lord for the desert.
Yes. Well, and my son in Maryland right now, at the academy, he goes, "Dad, I can't quit sweating."
Yeah.
I go, "You're not used to it. You'll get used to it."
But, yeah. So, all right. Well, Dave, glad you could stop in, man.
Thanks for letting me.
Swing by anytime.
I appreciate it.
Like, hey, Scott's on the radio. Let's go sit down
See
and
what's
visit.
going on.
We'll talk about more random things. Hey, guys, don't forget, August 30th, the whole point you came in here, August 30th, Fam Back Block Party, 5 to 7 p.m. Dave's going to set up a truck bed hot tub, and it's going to be
baptism.
You're going to do baptisms in the back of a pickup truck. It's going to be the most Mississippi thing you've ever seen in your life.
We'll call it the Redneck Block Party.
There you go. All right. Thanks so much,
thanks,
brother.
Scott.
God bless.
You too.
Hey, Roswell, time is running out to cash in on some of the biggest savings of the season. The loan and lease termination sales event is happening right now at Roswell Ford. Drive away with a truckload of savings in a brand new Ford F-Series pickup with financing as low as 0% APR and make no payments for 90 days. Upside down in your current car, truck, or SUV and want out early? Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to get you out of your trade, even if you owe up to $10,000 more than it's worth. Have less than perfect credit? Roswell Ford works with a network of aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Get on board at Roswell Ford during our loan and lease termination event and get huge savings on all new F-Series trucks, America's top-selling pickup in each of the past 49 years. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 36 months is $27.78 per thousand finance on F-150 trucks. Excludes Raptor. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined.
Don't let a tooth infection or painful wisdom teeth disrupt your life. At Carabelli Dental, our highly trained team specializes in extractions and wisdom teeth treatment. We're here to help patients find relief quickly and comfortably. With IV sedation options available, you can experience compassionate care from a team dedicated to your health, comfort, and smile.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 575-622-4455.
At First Church Artesia, we proclaim Christ as King over all. Located at 4th and Grand, we're a family exalting His reign in every corner of life, work, home, and community. Join us Sundays at 10:45 a.m. for reverent, family-integrated worship and Bible preaching that transforms. From Artesia streets to your soul, it's all of Christ for all of life. Visit artesiareform.com or find us on Facebook. First Church Artesia, His kingdom rules.
There's a new reason to smile at Smile Expressions. Please help us welcome Dr. Danielle Salcido to our team. A bilingual dentist and proud Lovington native, Dr. Salcido is dedicated to providing exceptional dental care for patients of all ages. From preventative care to restoring beautiful smiles, she believes every patient deserves compassionate, personalized treatment. Whether you speak English or Spanish, Dr. Salcido is here to help you smile with confidence. Call Smile Expressions today to schedule your appointment and welcome Dr. Danielle Salcido to our family.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of the Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price as 2009.